na so omo ewini a eno ano no omo bo no omo wini omo last match omo wini a omo qualify e call World Cup na sa black maidens ya make omo asemi o say your free players no call camp a you sky ye de ma omo ye omo per diem any ade a ese ye de ema omo ni ade after 5 matches per diem I can tell you on authority say black maidens omo sanka 1 cedi e man sanka 1 cedi kra na enya first time asasemi ebi asie eni na yenim ni sanka national teams de omo ko assignment sa no a omo ko ya omo per diem die enke ma ne nche na eno omo winning bonuses na nke akan e de ama omo nanso ye ka say omo abo Togo home and away eno per diem ni omo bonus ye mfa ma omo omo abo Liberia home and away ye mfa ma omo omo akwa ko bo Senegal away ye mfa ma omo. Minister for Youth and Sports ni amema tie anopay the mema tie free black maidens camp any say omo kire say match no aye final match so omo ni Senegal for bo e wo Ghana ha sei ya so omo wini na omo de call World Cup no se sika na ma omo mo omo si sika no ama omo mo say na no mu hu omo call Senegal match a black maidens ko boy aye share omo because you say na ka black maidens omo bo enti omo say se sika na ma omo ni Senegal match no omo mo na some force omo say chinchira chin omo ko gina park no so mo kra no a omo kwa ombaba no troka excuse me ombaba no troka am ya hye wo mo ye me matie no in fact a very 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 reliable information no pay me call black maidens camp me nyaaye say a man say some man for omo pay diem na ma wo mo a match no omo ni Senegal ebebo no omo mo na mo some force omo aza chinchina chi amo pa chew omo mo na odi akire mo behwe a omo bekwa ko gina park no so ba Senegal be hye yen Senegal be ba be hye ye wa ha ma World Cup no etimi nkobi the Minister for Youth and Sports and your Black Stars and Kwan ye two winning bonus. Sa Black Stars wo ya obi a hunu de e wo omo so no obi a nhyeda hunu fa so obi a aba Black Stars so no enye omo nko a Black Stars for call na anu ye we no foforo Black Stars for call ye kan say World Cup na no ko botoro kan appearance fee mo say 100,000 USD 100,000 USD say ni nyina call players no ho anasa anko players no ho nyame a o hata soro any players now omo call ye any mpanifo a wa Ghana Football Association any omo management committee sa cruise yi amabo omo din omo nanim say $100,000 no obi ansa kan ne de pepepe ana obanko ye hu e no omo baaye abusa fo munim Ghana football aba bedru ba bia sa wo yo obi a wo do Ghana football na wo do Ghana untimi nkawa no ntumu bium o do Ghana now you be a do Ghana footballer untimi nkawa no entumu bium ne say ntini say Ghana football time why ye normalization committee no ye normalization committee o mo ye ne say mra no na wo ho say wo be ye GFA president a wo betimi akọ any number of terms a wo pe compare say betu wo no o ma ye free wo de akọ 2 terms ye normalization na chi nipa ni 3 year 2019 ho o ye fair GFA chairman after normalization eye Ket Okreku ba ye no wo ba ye no o onwie the first time kra no ade a na hia no ane say yen ko sesamra no na yen nyi 2 times na normalization no ye no yen go yin free ho na yen ko ye 3 times o mo se sankofo bi ko gu tamale say o mo ye football people e no mo ko se o ma ko se sansa 2 times no aye no 3 times say say o be ye yi a adan o mo se FIFA vo mpokura no FIFA vo makwan e ma FIFA president dey to be call 3 times ticket to Greku call 3 times anya hwe eye hwe pa untimi kan jira say anya hwe eye bibi papa sa asem no we are going to revisit it sa asem no say yeah makwa ma obi an call 3 times we GFA president obeko 2 times na normalization time wo mo eye no na ye ne ye lawyers e kasa ye keka ne ma no bo ani sa asem no ye be sa court akopɛ ho njiremu ye ntrase ma obi mfa Ghana football eni agrosa eno nkonkoda ne ba bi afi question here me pa Ghana football hu ni abusuafo obi a wutie mi anopai bisa wo ho say apart from say ebia pani bi be frew na ese bia ya ma obi bi kakra nti gi ne ko defend sa GFA we na wo be ba betena social media abedi nkofo atem no de Ghana football tie sesi pa no eye ofe What do you forget the sky the amount? Forget the idea must go defend the GFA and in the Yamatrokano or Moyeno. Forget about that. One Kasankasa wahunim o conscience. Ma wahunimum bisa, embisa wunu wahunimunin como say. The Ghana football aye and Tiayofe. He Anano Andre Santos. Sakwe the man you thought about for Udimba Mitrimu first. Santos they were a player, but for when Nijan Hopa. Na aye. You got on 50 million pounds. Akure or teachers the bench here. I got on 50 million pounds. Sikana say the club of Benyane or the farmer of Brazil. Ghana brand here, Ghana talent. What has say? They are in yet me develop on yes so Ghana player be yaba beton be at 20 million and now 10 million pounds. Akura they are called EPL mo and I say be a Spanish La Liga and a League 1 and I say be a Syria and I be a Tessa. I want to know say who be a bobo. Wadam fubia obobo. Anko betimi anya sa contract ni bi no. Enne ne hu nipa ni FA. Yem frɛ no mane mebɔ national team. Ne hu nipa ni FA. Yem frɛ no mane ma mebɔ national team. Baby Ghana football aba bedru no no. Say ne de ye say ai se wonye unni team a yem ma okwan ma wo ma meye football wa Ghana say o meka executive council no ho. Se wonni team a yenya ne sa ba bia. Hwɛ baby a ketokreku ne efe o mo sisi o de Ghana football abedru no ehiame say ye nyina e be ka bom ni asori ni aka kire ketokreku say Ghana football nye ne dia say me there oh you say vindication is always in the womb of time. It lies in the womb of time enye na that way man pani odi Kofi Adams say bayanga njira say Kofi Adams say adwuma wo timi nye Nilante Van der Poel wo ho a etre wo ho na o de e check ko kotodwe Nilante Van der Poel wo ho hey wo bia pani Nilante Van der Poel asem even me President Kufuor kura wini election me betana ha kan say enkanya party tantan some way in Ghana say no a enka sports ministry there na nka ni say change Nilante Van der Poel ono pani obi obetumi atene Ghana football amaye ene ye say akoma na drip wo Nilante Van der Poel drip and Nilante Van der Poel e be this also wa resign or national chairman edi and amodi eyama Kofi Adams te ho we behind now Kofi Adams anya kukodro be ka che Ghana for say Black Stars trokan we omde call World Cup ikwakoje World Cup but it has what it takes to win World Cup, what it takes to even win a group stage match munni mo aba ba win World Cup ye ka che mo play and Ghana for me ka che mo say ye besa ba biom baby Ghana football e dro no yentimi nkanya no ntum because Bible say se unhuru musudie ne achiwade e bo man se gina kronkron bia ho a na mo hu se bere na so enti se mo hu se nipakuo kakra bia ka mo ho abom se ye fra mo football people omo na wanyansa che obi enti omo na sese Ghana football omo control a na wa hu se nkofo no pese o bo Ghana football form e den ye bo league wa Ghana 18 club league player baako outfield player baako sei enti me qualify anko World Cup anko tra bench outfield player baako an qualify free Ghana league one contra bench anko jiska ni bia FIFA tria anfa ma clubs no imagine say ebia kotoko anase ebia baby any gold stars ana team B na sika say $11,000 so say one no FIFA tria ma club per day no ko mu nyan say sika ni bi kura for number of days Black Stars koko di ye e wo World Cup na se no enka de na betima de na e betima ye de ma Ghana kaphwe players an ko betimi de ato send on betimi de asiesie omu team na nka Ghana football ejina enso ketokreku ne nkofo adawroma and the Ghana football ayetroka nipa we see man kwa no nko tetem woti Facebook di obi atem woti TikTok di obi atem because of sa agenda fun we di yes san sorry aka kire say #rescue Ghana football now enough is enough for ketokreku ne nkofo abusame de mo si Ghana's morning voice chairman general Kwame Sefakan ono ena eba enmaku awada roma yade mo wo so ebrem Kafam Ghana Limited KK Prepare Roofing tell us 20
utumiso adaya wa aja utumiso eja utumiso adaya wa
What's trending? The headlines, the updates, from sports to health, from current affairs to the conversations that matter. It's the Best Breakfast Show, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Hot Digital Online. Now on DAB.
Testimony time, hallelujah. Time.
The news, the interviews, and what have you. All packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
He don't do him again. The thing will shock the enemy. Oh. Now my God don't handle him again. Oh, how to Baba don't do him again. Oh. He lift me higher again. Oh. Don't do him again. From zero to hero again. Oh. Baba don't do him again. Baba don't do him again. Oh. Baba don't do him again. Hey. Last year they cried. This year they dance. Now Jehovah turned my story to chance. People will laugh me. Don't they ask me? Now where you go? I say. Now Jesus bless me. He picked me from grass to grace. Put celebration for my face. Who fit do? Nobody fit. Only my Baba. We never quit. Baba don't do him again. Why he don't do him again? He don't do him again. The thing will shock the enemy. Oh. Am I don't do him again? Am I God done him again? Why? When devil things say I go fall, God raise me stand giddy but all. Every setback turn to set up. Now my season of divine lift up. Blessing full everywhere. Now grace are they wear like underwear. Joy overflow in all day end. Because my Baba and my best friend. Hey, who wake me up this morning? Baba don't do him again. What? Who give me peace when storm they blow? Baba don't do him again. Who put food for my table? Baba don't do him again. Who make me smile for no reason? Baba don't do him again. He make you dance, oh, dance, oh, dance, oh. What? He give him praise, oh, praise, oh, praise, oh. He don't do him again, no. Don't do him again, oh. Chachas Baba don't do him again. Don't do him again,
The news, the interviews, and what have you. All packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Time check 23 minutes past the hour. 8 o'clock and Pay Hot Digital Online UK. The weather is still very hot this morning, 24 degrees Celsius out there. There's going to be another weather and also very, very humid today. And then a Friday morning, Social Friday, once again, back in action. We're going to do a little legal education on the third term proposal by some applicants. Somebody want to file to seek interpretation at the Apex Court of the Land. Now, there's a counterclaim from one of the journalists who is a lawyer by standing. His name is Ken Crunchy. And the lawyer who has also filed to get an interpretation of Article 66, Clause 2 of the Constitution of Ghana, the Republic of Ghana. Now, seeking the third term of the presidency, His Excellency John Mahama, he's made it point clear, say he does not want to go for a third term because the Constitution is bound to be 2 terms. When you perform, it's 4 years. When you perform and the citizenry of the country are happy with your government and your party also produce you at the joint process, that means that you stand to get that approval from the entire country. Now, there's this debate at ACOSO, and people still don't want to respond and also adhere to the constitution that has been stated categorically clear. So the term is 2 terms. There's a gentleman who has filed a suit at the Supreme Court, getting an interpretation by the court to bring a perpetual definition and also interpretation of Article 66, Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution. Because we read the Constitution to bring you the purportive idea and sana yehu why somebody thinks that he still want to pursue and get an interpretation and seek clarity on whether the president will be eligible for a 3rd term running. Now, a sponsor, President Mahama sponsors party member to file a suit at the Supreme Court over his 3rd term eligibility. A legal bombshell dropped in Ghana's political landscape this week and could completely rewrite the rules of the country's presidential eligibility, setting off immediate speculations about political future of former President John Mahama, now the president. A writ filed at the Supreme Court on June 26 by a member of the ruling NDC named Ganiwu Al-Hassan is asking the court to rule on a highly specific interpretation of Article 66, Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution. Now, the plaintiff, represented by a prominent Kumasi-based lawyer, Kwesi Efrifa Esquire, is seeking a declaration that a person who has served 2 terms, separate and distinct terms, as president, rather the 2 consecutive terms, is legally eligible to contest for the presidency again. Article 66 of the 1992 Constitution explicitly states that a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. For decades, conventional wisdom held this impose a strict lifetime cap of 2 terms for any individual. However, the new writ attempt to introduce a sharp legal distinction between consecutive terms and interrupted terms. The lawsuit argues that the Constitution only prohibits a person from serving more than 2 consecutive terms back to back, leaving the door wide open for someone to rerun or to return to office later in their terms is split. While the lawsuit is wrapped in the stellar language of constitutional interpretation, political analysts and insiders are already asking obvious questions. Is this a strategy or strategic smoke screen designed to clear the path for John Dramani Mahama to seek a 3rd term in office? The timing and nature of the suit make it difficult to view in a vacuum. Critics argued that a concerned citizen from Pandai randomly initiating an expensive Supreme Court case to debate presidential term limit smells heavily of a calculated political proxy war. By testing these legal waters now, backers can gauge whether the judiciary will allow an unprecedented extension of power before any political chase move as made. The Attorney General cited as the defendant and has 14 days to respond to the plaintiff's statement of the case. If the Supreme Court agrees with the plaintiff's interpretation, it will shatter the long-standing understanding of Ghanaian democracy, which has already presided itself on smooth, definitive transition of power and strict terms limited model to prevent the rise of perpetual candidates. If the court dismisses the writ, it will firmly shut the door of any former president looking to make a repeated comeback. Either way, this case is bound to be one of the most consequential constitutional battles in the Ghana recent history, and the political undercurrent suggests the real prize isn't just the legal definition, but the key to the Jubilee House. Clearly, this action by the NDC activists lends credence to the widely held belief that John Dramani Mahama is using the process to go for the third term. Questions are being asked. Is this why Mahama has removed Gertrude Tokonu as Chief Justice? And secondly, is this the reason behind the appointment of many NDC-aligned judges to the Supreme Court? Only time will tell what Ghana democracy would turn out to be with such a clandestine action by the president. So a writ has been filed by the member of the NDC seeking a declaration and a clarity of the president going for a third term, since we have been a mandatory policy stated in the Constitution, Article 66 of the 1992 Constitution, that if it is a 4-year term and that you have the eligibility requirement to go for the next term. And that one, if the Ghanaian vote for you, you have your 2 terms. So it's 2 terms that has been strictly adhered in the Constitution. Now, where lies this inflammatory and the congestion that is creating under the roof of our Constitution? The person going to the court to file a suit in regards to a motion that will bring interpretation for all of us to understand the nitty-gritty of why a president should not have the idea of even thinking about a third term, because it is a constitutional provision and it's a mandatory policy that cannot be undermined and cannot be maximized or be under siege until we are looking to all these things. Now, there's a counterclaim of this particular issue. The gentleman who, the Halasan, he is the plaintiff filing this particular suit to get interpretation at the court. 14 days will be given to the Attorney General to also respond. And then the court, if the court will throw this case out or will admit it and consider the fact that there will be an interpretation that we have 2 terms in office. If you are able to come as president, your term is 1 term, 2 term, period. You don't need to vie for any constitutional provision again. Now, Ken Crunchy is also doing a counterclaim. Now, a counterclaim in law, like I said, Obi Edi Assembly ofu se entwasum edi akodam court se Omampenyi Mahama no obetumi akọ third term nti ono afali suit e court se court no enkebi ma no no mfa nchichimu mbra no nhwe se betumi Omampenyi betumi nya kwenya se obetumi akobium nti na ge se constitution na da ho no akyere yen pefe se Omampenyi no e wo 2 terms. It is a baby bikrana. There should be a referendum that could change the status quo and do a little amendment by adding some values or reducing some values and putting up something that can be purged as a newly introduced constitutional provisions that will give a guarantee for a president to go for a third term. Once the Constitution has stated it categorically clear that it's 2 terms, then we don't need to jeopardize the Constitution or capsize the Constitution. And to listen to Ken Crunchy, who has also made a counterclaim at the same Apex Court of the Land. Ken Crunchy drags John Mahama to Supreme Court, argues the president eligible for the third term. Now, Ghanaian news editor and lawyer Ken Crunchy, Ken Kwabena Crunchy, also known as Ken Crunchy, has filed a writ at the Supreme Court seeking a definitive interpretation to define the interpretation of the law. So he is also seeking that clarity that the court should know that we have 2 terms in office when it is mandatory policy in the Constitution, sitting in the Constitution. So Ken Kwanchi is saying that he is challenging the young man who has filed on behalf of the president that the court should grant the president permission to go for a third term, since we have a constitution that has been categorically clear about the position of a two-term. Now listen to this one again. It said the suit filed on 30th of June 2020. After the young man filed on the 26th of June, Ken Kranchi also rebutted by filing a motion to counterclaim what has been deposited at the court. Nati was brought by Ken Kranchi and Bridget Brita Boabing of Bisamo Legal Consult and Kaswa representing him. Now, the Attorney General Dominic Ayeni was named as the sole defendant. The case refers to Article 66, Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution, which limits a president or a person to a term of office. Now, the plaintiff is seeking or is asking the Supreme Court to interpret whether the provisions applies only to consecutive terms and whether a substantial break between elected term reset a person eligible count. And is subsequently and significantly, the plaintiff is seeking 3 declarations from the court, that is Ken Kranchi. He is asking the court to bring an interpretation first. The 2-term presidential limit in Article 66, Clause 2 only takes effect upon the completion of 2 consecutive terms of 4 years each. A declaration that's on a true and proper interpretation of Article 66, Clause 2, 246, Clause 2, 1, Clause 1, 35, Clause 1, and 42 of the 1992 Constitution, the 2-term presidential limit in Article 66 is properly construed as imposing a prohibition on election to the office of the President of Ghana only upon the completion of 2 consecutive terms of 4 years each, the rich state. The second substantial break of 1 year, 1 4-year electoral cycle reset the eligibility count. A declaration that's on a true and proper interpretation of Article 66, Clause 2, 246, Clause 2, 1, Clause 1, 35, Clause 1, and 42 of the 1992 Constitution, substantial break of 1 4-year term electoral cycle, elected as President service, reset eligible count, and the rate also added. In all, Ken Kranchi is asking the court that the Constitution is clear. Under the article that we have emerged, Article 66, Clause 2, 246, Clause 2, 1, Clause 1, 35, Clause 1, and Section 42. All is bound to be a statutory provision. It is a statute. The statute grants the permission that no individual can touch the Constitution since there has not been any amendment by a referendum that 75% of the population of the country will have voluntarily have to vote and accept that the president require for a 3rd term. So that could be a mandatory policy that could come from the citizenry and from the individuals. But if it is going to court, the court will look at the law because the law is the law. So once it is stated that Article 66, Clause 2, Article 246, Clause 2, 1, Clause 1, 35, Clause 1, and 42 of the Constitution, the provisions is mandated that the president have a 2-term in office. Nonetheless, no additional responsibility can be added to the Constitution to infringe the constitutional provisions as we have it now. In the Ken Kranchi is also seeking a declaration, making a counterclaim of the previous suit by a gentleman who is been a sponsor. He's been sponsored by maybe an affiliate to go to the court and seek the 3rd term for John Mahama. I think that the judges know the rules of the game and the rules of the engagement. The golden rule has its pedigree. It is not going to be a twist and turns of the Constitution. The Constitution is clear. If we have accepted as a country, we want to amend the Constitution by a referendum vote that could bring some kind of sanity and understanding of how to reshape the Constitution. That is clear. So there's a suit in court defending the fact that John Mahama should go for a 3rd term and a counterclaim that the president don't have the eligibility requirement to stand for a third term. So that is from Ken Kwanche. Also, at the apex court of the appellate court will bring the definition and distinctive distinction of what we are unraveling. And in the meantime, we will learn something from this episode, because now it is at the court, and the court will bring the interpretation. Maybe they will throw it out. They will bring some kind of clarity. They will give a definition why the president will have the eligibility requirement to go for a third term, or it will be an objective rule, or to be held by the court to make sure that decision cannot be accepted under the jurisprudence of law. For now, this small legal education from the outfits and by kind courtesy of Hot Digital Online, we are able to juxtapose little things about what we have uncovered. The battle has just begun. So there will be interpretation, there will be a counterclaim challenging the requirement of that eligibility of aspect of president going for a third term, because we don't have in our constitution. If it does, though, that means that the constitution, Article 66 Clause 2, 246 Clause 1, Article 1 Clause 1, 35 Clause 1, and 42, all is mandatory policy being captured in our constitution, and nonetheless. So we go by the constitution and we go by the law. Let's pause for reflection. When we come back, we have more on our table this morning by kind courtesy, Unity Link Financial Services Limited, mobile and your major networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all rural banks, and airtime top up is Unity Link Financial Services Limited. And check the Ebequenim na ya try made in Sutil. Ya bonnet to one pay. Young Courtney and Tinum nearby in some war.
Oh, Jesus.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all back and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on Digital Online.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 19. Osina when you be diakon, Nanswarin to me. If it's a me every day, the cow home, I make so.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all back and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on Digital Online.
I have called you by your name. Be strong and courageous. Sheben kumane nifa udia koko wenimua enti mempa bae mina mibo chiridomwe sanya midimo sachino sana maybe what you done. I have called you by your name. Be strong and courageous. Sheben kumane nifa udia koko wenimua enti mempa.
the nearby evangelist Dinah and Samuel doing this one, and Chebe link up to our affiliate sister station. No Peminka was a pinnacle of Mufaba education is talking about enrollment at the Basso September into Bombodian Sobesobo degree. Contact Pinnacle of Mufaba education. The education is your key to success. They be a kind advocacy on how to build your horizon. Addition, nye adia wenyi dum pempen so bi obeka say addition twem because addition ni age limit. So provided you have a sound mind, you'll be able to have a clear conscience to study. You have that requirement to say with me bibi. It is something that you're going to learn. You be nyaman ketenkete bi wo wa usua beboa wo. Enti Pinnacle say Bombodia say obefre no. Now, leading digital transformation with artificial intelligence, you may be a basso, UK so next month from 10th to 14th of August. PA training and comic associate, leading digital transformation with artificial intelligence. That knowledge is important. To be a banker, digital marketing executive, student, SME owners, and know your small, medium enterprise. And public service professionals, the media, oil and gas staff, and a businessman. More importantly, they will be proud to be associated with this program. And the program is Babaso, Hilton Hotel, London Croydon 101 Wading Way, CR94 Hotel, London Croydon, United Kingdom. Now, there are packages among this program, accommodation, breakfast, workshop material, and tour in the city of London. Aftermath, Bombarding also for Pinnacle of education for those living in diaspora, especially some of the African countries. Most of them have secured their permission to join this program to acquire knowledge and intellectual property of artificial intelligence. And for +44 794 715 2878 +44 794 715 2878 and no your Pinnacle Amufaba education. Education is our pinnacle. And you are moving on quickly. Now, yesterday at the Accra High Court, the moment Abu Trika was extradited to the US of A, this young man has gone through this battle. Now, he happened to be a societal Ghanaian businessman and social Frederick Kumi, known as Abu Trika, has been deported to the US to face charges in connection with an alleged $8 million romance scam that targeted early Americans. Following report, viral videos recapturing the moment of Abu Trika's extradition, which took place on Thursday, the 9th of July, has emerged. One of the videos showed that the Accra International Airport minute before he boarded the plane heading to US, which was reported to be Delta Airlines flight DL157. The video shows the accused person in what looked like light blue shirts and a black trousers, wearing handcuffs in the company of two men who appeared to be the US security officers. Another video showed Abu Trika and the same man on Delta Airlines. The video shows him sandwiched between the two men and walked through the plane. The report indicated that the moment the plane arrived at the airport in the US, reported to be John F. Kennedy International Airport in the US, Abu Trika case on July 2nd, 2026, the High Court ordered that he be surrendered by the U.S. authority to face allegations of his involvement in the romance fraud scheme. Before his extradition, Abu Trika's lawyer, Oliver Bakavamaho, claimed that he had been denied access to his client and had been informed that Abu Trika has fallen ill and has been rushed to the police hospital. Providing an update on his Facebook page on the 8th of July, Bakavamaho said his legal team had been unable to establish Abu Trika's whereabouts for more than a week and warned that they will seek a writ of habeas corpus if access continue to be denied. It has been over a week and we haven't been able to be allowed to have access to our client. In fact, we have no idea where he is being held. And Interpol, which first had the custody of him, says that they don't have him. We will be filing a habeas corpus application by tomorrow. That was 3 days ago. If the Republican continues, they will probably continue to deny him something as basic right to the council. Abu Trika had sought to stop his extradition through a series of legal applications, but the High Court in Accra dismissed his bid. His extradition was carried out despite a pending application seeking to stay extradition process. The motion is scheduled to be heard in July 10th. Now, ever since the issue was about to be called, his lawyers didn't know the whereabouts of Abu Trika because he was being detained. They think it was an unlawful detention, so they want to file a suit of habeas corpus application. Habeas corpus applications means that a person has been detained without trial, or he's been detained without a release. So you are filing for his habeas corpus to be released so that you can have access to their client. But undoubtedly, Abu Trika is now in the US. And we hear Becca Vermao says, our judiciary is a joke. I help you to remove Chief Justice, and this is what is happening. This is a joke. So this is forming a year. Until Inura, and the Abu Trika, I could do US of it. Omudi need to I'm Sisiano. Okufisi allegations was leveled against him. Yanko OK 1.7 FM. Na into interview by Betwaso.
Why? Who is answering these
what have you all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on digital online.
Who is leading the MPP now?
Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia for 2028.
Look, it's a leadership question. I just want answers. $11 billion Eurobond. Look at me. This is not a more physical. Now $1 billion, you the two done. When you done, we send you the $100 bill. It is $1 billion of that. Why? Why are we doing this to this country? Why? Not a me apart. Or man believe it now or say, it was not planned, it has happened. May you 350 million Ghana cedis. Mumfa Emma temporary relief, Emma Timamufu. What's I mean, just here? Wow, the parable of the talent, or master, any talent, any solution, you want to be applauded.
See, the right things must be done. It is a
right thing.
And consolidated no crown. Baby, I will call you my committee. Okay, then you can go and withdraw from that account rather than the consolidated account who had been can sheet.
In America, say necessity knows no law. This is governance. Oh. This is governance. We can't play with the lives of our people in this reckless and bruising manner. We can't do that. Look, when things are normalized, we go through what is called Appropriation Act. Now, why? Or you use this for Ministry of Roads, you use this for big push. Obi, a plan is say, Oyeneke JBC.
Obia means Sasa ABC.
Don't come in. They enjoy and come on.
Yeah, and come back one ban say the whether says obi bedi mampani mame nye ni general say na bia wadi first term na wadi first term no oman no ato ba tia no amane kɔ no wasan aba na wababa bedi ne wasan oman ebire kakra atwa no oman sa ato aba ama no na wababa bedi aban a ɛno no ne first term no per our constitution ne mran sɛ disika no etwam anase ekan sɛ wudi ne consecutive 2 terms and na uni ho kwan sɛ obedio teacher ni bi from Pandai de eno so wasɛm akɔ court na saa nkomo yi ye dia wo na asamba wo na asamba me ye hene wo ho kwan sɛ bi ni
the news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on digital online.
And the baby one more son, one say, Freddy, anything, what dear Fenninam. Between death and life, no, life is preferred. Yes, Uncle for Hinamra. Yet remember that the end of that dear chum, and no, what about coming me, dear who said ye, and what the Supreme Court, what Dauma, Yenya, your thoughts on that?
Yo, don't come in. Secretary, and you Bibiana. Obiat me a little constitution. As life evolves, it's young your mouth for every time. We know what I say. America, about a week or 2 ago, the U.S. Supreme Court declared by a 6-3 majority the birthright citizenship. Okay, a yadepa. And should remain because will be a challenge.
That is the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
And it's over 150 years.
Yes.
Now, will be added by U.S. Supreme Court. Trump abide say birthright citizenship no and for abusing no. They are engaged in what they call birthright or birth tourism. We better that they want about on in fact, Namity oral argument. Solicitor General Dr. John Sauer. The argument also Chinese for they come in droves just to come and give birth and get American citizenship and go. They've been proud their business or more yet among others. You know, Kasaya, U.S. Supreme Court said that birthright citizenship Adepa and in 6 days. That is a bit. There, President Trump, Krano, Nema, Omame, any American Union. Later, no very American Union.
Well, Mukwasan the parents in Friho.
Omuye, the grandparents, Germans. And one of the unique about America, and the fact that offer citizenship by birth. Yahoo Hong Kong dear obey me. What it tells you is that in constitution it's evolving in your mouth for ever the Biarada. Now back when we found the course of yeah, see bar and go for say or more narrow age to President Mahama. I just want to put on record. Say President Mahama recent visit to Singapore. Journalist Ebisano about this controversy about term. Or say as far as President John Dramani Mahama is concerned, the constitution is clear. He is thankful to the people of this country for the great honor that has been done him. Seattle Obama no one time to become president. The same people voted against him. Sankopona Kotnasi, upon reflection, norms a comeback with one of the biggest electoral victory, 1.7 million vote difference. Such a great honor. He will forever be indebted to the people of this country. No, no, the Wama Anan Aye abundantly clear. So no, as President John Dramani Mahama, Uyeni Tema or Kobak Akwenefu, he is going back to his farm.
Hey, council.
Yes, sir.
Eniama mienu President Mahama ne wafa asibi wo Kumasi yefe ne Yakubu Toniedu.
Minimum Paminia, Tony.
Warrior and Mina, Miko Gina Mukoye MC Cry, yeah, the Prempa Assembly.
Fantastic. On your Ubisana also a scrap dealer. There was a day we never got out a lawyer, media member office, so we are scrap dealer.
Close of one way, you.
Media Tony.
Oh, see. One more dear, almost train was a woman called for the doors of millions of guys. Now, that time you do say, yeah, another flag bearer. One po, one bay. And yes, sir, there be a president here, one baba block of wine. It copies one more, mayor, and no, and nine
or no, President Mahama, or like Mikael or Singapore. Journalist Efreno Ebisano this particular question on Lancaster. It's more Bia and Kansas Sadi. It has to do with President Mahama. He has made his views on this matter very clear. But Brother Kwame, we are developing a constitution that goes beyond President Mahama. The question has always been asked, is there a legitimate lacuna in the Constitution? Constitution can say we have 2 terms. Must the 2 terms be continuous? If the 2 terms are not continuous, but there is a break, what is the legal effect of that break? Does it break the 2 terms to the extent say you can now do more than 2? Obiso said that the when we say Ghanaian Constitution 92, a hybrid. Westminster, you pick it bifumu. The Westminster Party and they say MP, it will be a minister. America enters America Constitution no and share my Benin say Chinchina ministers no I say Omuye MP. Ghana Constitution there I say Okra the majority of ministers no they must come from Parliament. Because in the Westminster formulation, the Prime Minister and any ministers they are usually members of Parliament. If you borrow some from the Westminster, if you borrow some from the American Constitution, 10 limit is from the American Constitution.
Hey, Council.
Yes, sir.
Yarebi say, Mekaise Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd U.S. president. Once he was a philosopher or quotes Bebre. Bakubi was say, I would not want to lead men for its painful and thankless office. If we are saying, 3rd U.S. president. When you say never say never. It be a president.
American Constitution of and yes specific as to term limit.
Okay.
And yet specific. Now the Akoban Nana say you borrow from the US Constitution because you see at that time we say Article 66 of the 1992 Constitution greatly the area you could borrow from the US Constitution to the extent that in such a way say and it has always suggested say it was actually done purposely because of Rawlings. Because 19 years or 11 years or so under military rule. So the transition to democratic rule, now there were people who felt say don't come and make him a lifetime president again. No more said I design the issue of the term limits. Usha, other African countries in Livono, Togo, Ivory Coast, they used to be, but Omaya no Basa, and Intina Lasa Watara, it's Mikoya Bedu Sample Pensui. So the idea was that this provision was designed to ensure, say, well, it's for you 2 terms are issue exit. Sepe. By the time Rollins every in a term as president, he was still within his 50s. Will be a better muscle. But the constitutional arrangement at that time will not permit him. So the question has always been, say, the issue of term limit, is it to the individual or to the political party?
Mami Musadia, and I know soon there have been suggestions say instead of 4-year term, no union 5-year term. President Kwaso didn't know atumu. Minim say idea we no the constitutional review committee no one report no is also captured in it. Document.
When we say until 1947, even the almighty United States of America, no many term limit in their constitution. When was that?
Until 1947, you take Ghana's secondary school.
Yes, until 1947, Nigeria no many term limits in their constitution. So also the original idea of the framers of the U.S. Constitution never included a term limit until the 22nd Amendment.
Okay.
The 22nd Amendment may introduce the idea of term limits into the U.S. Constitution. And that became known as the 22nd Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Now the question has always been asked, say, can you learn from 1947 into the year 1992 Constitution, in the year then? That's about 50 years later. The lesson I use here is to put it in our Constitution at once. In fact, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson are born earlier. They took a personal decision that they will run for a 3rd term.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. In fact, I think Franklin Delano Roosevelt did 2 terms, more than 2 terms. Only more than 2 terms. Me say, the time of the bombing of Pearl Harbor, he was basically bedridden, so to speak. It's a black comment. Let me just name it here because it's a raging matter. And say, let's see what the court will say. But ultimately, I can assure you, President Mahama has made his views on this matter very clear. Now, will be diabolically anchor linking the president to this recent suit, Rakwame.
But minu ye kwa na me hu ade bi wa ha constitution no miscellaneous no chapter 26 no wo bo niam so bia makon section 18 no about the consolidated fund and the contingency fund to continue or chere ekwan am befa so e de aba obi send me message bi say ade no say who use carefully ha say oba ebeji to me say emponya ha na who yin na
so that to me had been gotten through Parliament committee. of Finance, our MPP members also. Let's conclude this matter. Welcome.
Na mama na wase council na and then minister wo ko plenty.
Yes, Mate.
Mate pa. Yeah, yourself in Facebook ni why?
Mate.
That's it, mama. Lawyer go do need digital macro. Any no
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on Digital Online.
When I see so much sycophancy creeping into our party, I see a group of people who obviously, from every indication, they believe that singing the praises of a leader is the only way they can survive. And that's why you hear some of those people even urging statements like there should be a third term. It's just nothing but sycophancy. Pure sycophancy and bootlicking of the highest order. Jerry Rawlings, who was the founder of this party, never at any point was urged by anybody to go for any third term. And you have a bunch of sycophants who today think that all they need to do is to sing praises and hoping that somehow those praises will get them some opportunities that they are looking for. You don't love our country. You don't love our party. If you do, you will know besides sycophants. It's important for us to appreciate that this party was grounded on the need to work for our people. We say cadres may go, cadres may come, but the revolution has come to stay. That simply means it is not about individuals. It's about us as a collective.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
All right, here I'm going to a so the ding and the charity in your bar charity AJ all the way in Northampton and pay anti-charity Michecha Bebre. More to come this morning, sort in the morning all the way. And we are acknowledging our proud sponsors now. In Cabo also at also. Yet in 70 today we have just about 2 subject matters. Now we have discussed it, talking about the 3 years, the third term offer. Now UTF Kotia, this audio soundbite was about 6 months, 7 months ago when he made mention of the bootlickers who want the president to go for a third term. And I think that is an infringement of our constitutional provision. So I don't think that should be the case. Somebody can file for that decision to be made or bring an interpretation to clarify this argument of a third term. Because since I believe that the constitution is a perpetual constitution that is clear, given the identity and the nitty-gritty of all it. Now, you share the constitution, no? We have to go by the law. The infringement of laws, no? That is where people will see, say, that is an autocratic move, and it's not going to help anybody. Once we have all understood and understand, say, we just want to make sure that the constitution is clear. We should just go by the constitution. If you want to do an amendment for a president to go for a third term, so be it. But once the constitution is emphatically clear that 2 terms is in the constitution of Article 66 Clause 2, Article 246 Clause 1, 35 Clause 1, and 101 to 1 and 42. It states the issues clear. No constitution that is that can also bring any clarity apart from what we have now. Edugita Makroswa can say the president will not seek for a third term. And in the Waka AJN and Limited and the pay and so a boichidom a ban say bookkeeping self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers, AJN and Limited. And no a ban say for company registration, all kinds of mortgages and remortgages. One-stop shop to arrange for your general insurance, your life cover, medical health insurance and protection, P45 and P60. And we are AJN and Co Limited on 016344 70495, 016344 70495, and 078830 777742. Fatherly Visa Travel and Tolls, Ebano, passport was and airline ticketer, Fatherly on 0207 6193843, 0207 6193843, 079 3965 6111, 57 Stratgon Road, Finsbury Park, London, November 4, 3 Echo Green. Into person renew visa up visa for passport for François, Freyenia Francis L. Finsbury Park, and pay and so a Unity in Financial Services Limited, and so a dom and pay or more a proud sponsor. And for all a year, Sikamani or the best of platforms on so Unity in Financial Services Limited, and so a diacote papa. And pay swimming cows a hot digital online, the DAB radio live. Newly attained DAB radio needs your help. Now, this is a public awareness. And we just seeking your audience. So the little you can have. And now you have, but to me, and so I contributed to the betterment of the DAB radio, the sustenance of the DAB radio, and to keep the station alive. Bank no is Santander, and Andini Hot Digital Online Limited. Count number is 763-64-379, and short code is 090128. Numbers near 079-314-06630 and 079-318-79741. Interno yen shedding so and so ho. Rhapsody Apartment and so say Oko Ghana na UPBB and so logic for the time being na. It be about 2 weeks, be 1 week be now they are here your nyama kakra. Now we say a Rhapsody Apartment. Now a short and long stay. More discounted packages that comes at a reduced rate. Electricity and can wow no best slotos electricity. Into Bombardier also with me for Rhapsody 4. Number near +233 5538 30229 +233 5538 and +44 744 5311 265 +44 744 5311 265 UK number. Omo North Legon Soa Peaceful Lane Ablo AJ and a Rhapsody apartment in the wall. Omo free Wi-Fi and a DSTV with DSTV. Tima we free. And chene ya koyi nimna to agbe so nra the catch says security adwuma bi abeda ho enti wo SI license security adwuma no da ho over 50 years betumi apply na so wa frɛ na on and we din komo 020822 60020 020822 60020 na 074824 14740 ti eno security adwuma awo SI license so betumi enya bia watene fi ache ope bibi kakra e da hwe ha fa one large and small room be ewo Beckton na see no large room no na available to which me afre +44 795 639 0380 +44 795 639 0380 ntano large room be ewo Beckton available sisia yanko okay 1.7 FM yen to aso anope
West Africa for Ghana and the fact of being Coabra. Even you see America or Chicago Motel Kwame. They are especially Southern District of New York. The news, the interviews, and what have you, all back and ready to go on your favorite radio station. Digital online. 2,400 be a winning two and a three. Hey, yes, because I'll stand up among Casa Kwame and Kumati Cassia, and you hear any Yano. No, my Omojumapa, especially Southern District of New York. No, my Omojumapa, our Mukuta, information on India, on person of the church. Now they will show me here to you, say, Sebia, a Nipaba 4-3, and a 2 young foul one. Unimway, what's the eye? Unimway, a quite by an apostle, Unimo. And I be able to transfer the contract because on pay open at row, no much row, Nipano, and no more so transactions. On the beginning in our swatch show, only the beer back show vividly. That's happened on Baba as you mean, and I say, yeah, investigation there, I say, will be the coca for set. If you go on up street, police for the car, the big, Bomuno Bojumasa. Or more time, it's so much as I Juma with any, there be a local. If you all corner, and yes, I feel that you have a cafe, you have a way say, and I have to say, we say, your uncle for or medical cafe, dada. It's not almost so. And I am silly indictment, and I am silly charges, ya catasho. You may be a swat show, I bet you record. You be a show, you are born quite, you do quite rubble. You do quite do we are. You say a homo, you take you please. You take you please. But the only say, the prosecutors will meet Oloya ne de amount, not Oloya no Makata. That prosecutors not Oloya and say, Unipano, a normal way no way. We see this number of years. Or 3 years, so the corporate here. Corporate in interest, what do you think it do? Now you have to tell us more. Come on. You have to tell us more. More near also. Or more. You know my Juma. You know more. You hear more. Because I was so for more. Now they are coming to work on them, but only on one point. Or first point of call because all are found for one good. And I know we are Juma. If you want to cooperate here, and you have to just things are my cooperating here to cook a baby. Now, your conformity almost almost better. Almost unconfirmed though. One I don't go know. The friend you ever out. Wouldn't come tickets here. Come tickets here, and I say, we transaction we are in the coast here. Wouldn't Isaac? And that's a in the coast here. Wouldn't come to Mapu. It is a church only na. Oh, you really are culture there. If we don't have trial, any problem. But who got trial, not a final guilty. bibisa.
Uni any to come and say now we predict we bargain. No. Mami aboka. Because when you federal government get travel back, Kwame, we have couple millions of dollars.
Hey, sanity.
Yes. It's not that we have tried to back up in the cost. Now what show? And no matter why, no one got out when you say, minimum you, Majatu. Young family court now is your future. Oh, my trial.
Council. But who's a one much gun and EBI extradited in the car? What Yatum says, Canwa, scam, the amount involved, no better. And no one's having a course wrong.
I said the same thing. I would take time, yet you will be a in Nippo money. But when I had told you, look at other cooperative, the normal share I see now, or more or less than that. I know about Budina Tromu, no more or less than that. Abutrika Okui, or winning more Abutrika no more Jumena. It's Abutrika. I just took over cooperative. Corporation, you know. I think you will listen natural. We transaction, we say the Kosi. We say the Kosi. Now tell us more about this guy. Tell us more about this individual. Tell us more about this woman. If you know, or more note that who counts them, no so they compare note. It's this one. No more say yes. Now we're to try already to your coffin. Now I'm cooperative. No more trial. No more be after trial. No more no more conviction. I'm a maximum no one to so one day. I want to maximum no so one day.
Oh, cooperative. Now, I'm going to me and I'm so ready. I'm one way and Melania the year pay the near green. Okay, you dear, them see.
I know the lawyer net Naman, the only card of a lawyer. My lawyer net Naman. In fact, I'm going to have the special lawyer. Now, Ulana catch us. Go man. I go for no more to tell you. But open here, we do. No cooperative, no budin, no be a future. I mean, is it or more Omukuta Escapoco or America? Or committing white collar crimes now? Or what follows no? Or would you Southern District of New York near the evidence which or more? Or more lawyers or more expensive lawyers, and what they tell them is say, look, and no man I know. Young charge you with you. Let's say yes, we may. They're free. And yes, I didn't conform. Food trial. Now, food trial, Kwame. I want to say one day. I make a party of Mutual said, Uber was zero. Obey come back on your obey me out. Also, Bruni, who won no straight, no, I've been a say, good morning, Boboa. Almost no.
Aye, fire call the young Kaka. A hanu, Nixre, I actually no, per the information of woman, if FBI on woman, the children were. Na hanu na wako court no complainant ben na wo ho ana asem benti na opiepie bu wo court a ye remand no ne ade na ha de net sen
ama ha de na ya de ba ko pe na o fight extradition. America, I can tell you on authority say even Ghana prosecutors attorney general and in office may yes sure say omunim what is contained in the unsealed indictment nim omunim the
Nibo, yes,
that is now America for catastrophe.
So,
yes,
yes, a sovereign nation or Maya dear. And now, Abutrika were a part of the republic. And now, a man who will be more by Fana Kosoa Bonnie. And here, any wood to me, the Busa say. The dear Tina Moba Chid will be away a man when I'm young far as Simra. And I'm offering more Basamo before we yako. Adanya, Bonia, why any dear young country. Yeni mumray, son, I bet you.
One, only no extradition treaty. But mind you, when it's called a town, it's in a kind of record and go for complaining. I agree with them, but we're very powerful, we're very strong, very powerful town. Only no extradition treaty. And what I say, when you complain of romance camps, the baby. Now complaints, it be involving these individuals. I know in America. The percent you trigger extradition process. No. Now you can challenge the extradition process. And now a boot trigger area. Or challenge processes in the say, Mamu Flamenco because of ABCD and now reasons BC. Oh, but the Republic is not that powerful to stand on behalf of Abu Trigger and say, extradition anymore, but they are branching any can. So the Americans will always have their way. Let me give you a typical example. No more PMP action on me, boy. Okay, from Pong.
Ha, can I mean, sorry?
What I know when you say Ghana, or me up Calipa, or move ahead or no one. So now, I are lucky, or we are lucky to trap it far. That airline, tell them. I don't want to say that's Interpol there. MP no Ghana international because Obama brand, even no credible brand. They have to go through the speaker and one more. What from plane? Momo de Padia from Mobile, my said the Yamamono. It will see Munimai. Holland was their safest place.
Yes, woman, go.
Exactly. Ghana ha. Kwamega MP go up.
Parliamentary immunity, no near the deal.
And go on in Jamaica for no. Omohena, Omo way around what they want to achieve, they will do it. Until America says, I would say that they are not every step of 5 years tradition. Because you see, and no more structure, no another corporate, now, so I drink no man. Now I drink 2, 3, 5 years. No Wakasa, no I in Chamuaba. No castle. Now we still 1 year. So they 5 years traditional. Why go to your benefit? Indeed, but we are so smart and they are so powerful. If you are empty, no, take time and I cry and the brands and Omoyano. And all my news of all going cry, we own to cry no me. And almost Amsterdam, the whole of safe place, the whole of Munyana. Where the Dutch government will never hand over the MP to Ghana. Ombejo ma de nako. Ena, omuka said that one said that's Interpol. Mu effective mo you know, you see mamu mani simple mu work in mamu you know. We na okay Holland ubedi say 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and no ko. So ono so any part 3 di any achi omo no maboni di o. And all evidence Mississippi. Eti abu treka no me de me ya say ono mu echebre no baby omo de ne ko MDC ho no the okon MDC dia on tafin ho no tafin mind because on them easy ho e ho nye easy detention center am e ho nye easy detention center
to say baby ye de ofori atakọ ye no
ofori ata de ende Virginia area ho ne de e ho nye baby e ho ye he and ofori ata I suspect e dia omo de ne be call baby a be a low risk security but MDC there. MDC has a pop daddy, even pop daddy on.
No, the whole pop daddy.
Pop daddy, yeah, I want to know that. We didn't send out a funding to general population because Kobe Kuno. You said that confining.
Wow.
MDC is a nice area and a nice detention center. But America for no member will be a credit.
I'm betting Bibi Kakre be wet you are.
Why throw Bibi Kakre because of my brain, over 2 MDC. Detention center. Now, much throw Bibi Kakre. Now, to be working here, we need to do your best. Who will react to that? The whole tattoo name. You are now, we are suspect. In the cool marks,
wouldn't say some go for no. Because who be North Carolina. What draw the Nimina, what tattoo the Nimina, what this place in Baco rather than him.
Exactly. What this place than him.
Which me no.
Obesia will be or down on Busan says, and then I don't buy. Or you, what can you not say, or you, the only problem. So there, what are 5, 6 years, and I'll be at 10 years over call. No, but then I went to know. Or 40, 50 years, if you go maybe. MDC now who's no money. Oh, it's untoughing the mind. Untoughing the mind. Now, minimum the resources. Because to pay a lawyer in America is also expensive, especially federal lawyers. Because America, no federal lawyers need different from state lawyers. Federal practice, no, and even with a federal practice, you know, more cases like this, and more other cases will be out on the area of special, and yet the general practice media, and a very, very expensive. It is a whole bit channel, or evidence, why, if you pass in on the maybe when I meet 24 on corporate, not for the Mayan and Mahu, our job more, our dream of Montino. No, you're the 5-6 years, you know, Yamina Duma, Omraga.
Yes, you do what drew us, sir, you know, baby, I'm boarding. Yes, almost our friend out jail. Who could do Uncle Fona Demuna, who can't problem, you know, or make sure the Oquaka. You say, any years I'll be doing, you know.
I want to say I'll bet you the Oquaka and Oquaka.
I want to change that one.
I think so, when the case, no. You could tell the case, no. Yes, officer, FBI, you know. And we a team. I wouldn't conform no way a human. And mind you, the other one I got told on the money or the other different from what they are. America for Angatarus, or one yes, I know one more review. Or Mamma, the other way. One is different from where they are. Your two romance come here, any other, they're different. Uncle Toby, or no,
Cousin, Mammy was out here. You know, bidding come over harm on so much, say. And Crofona, ya na ye mom be foul free, a man who was to say the boutique at the end. Ya na omunya FBI for name government no contract to almost say, Munya said me, and no sanity.
And you're true. And you're true. And you're true. The back of your boy. America for operation CIA and Fendi Free Ghana because CIA technically they deal with politics. You know, much and no matter also between assistant, it be a relationship with other countries. But FBI, no, we use marshal system also. Marshal, we now a part of the Homeland Security. The American and America will contract third party. Government contracted third party. How may be free uncle? I can't go to Ghana police. How many of your cars are you? And yeah. I do America.
No. Mosai, the one who cried here. Oh, man, no, me a papa name for me a baby and son. Oh, Nadi Kana, Yakwe.
Oh, yes, I don't quite a factor. In my my linked office of General Legal Counsel. Oh, what criteria order?
Okay.
Say, FBI. Activity system no more here. Now, if you make sure 2003, almost a Ghana for 17 for tax fraud. 17 million dollars. Almost got you on Nabaku, any fee. Nay, and you remember 3 a.m. Almost time about 16 in on Gadu. I know you don't fear any judges. Bobby, you see a betino. Bakunu, Fiana, or more activity. Arresting 1 minute and 4 years. 1 minute. So near the same area. Near the same area. A bit of Showman, a bit of North Canesi, a bit of Mamprobi, a bit of Hato, a bit of Taxi. 17 of 1 minute and 4 years. Almost now within time. The America for enjoy or arrest and my third party. No. Only yes, that. The only intelligence system America for is through reality Muzak, the Israelis.
Hey, sir.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
America for
okay.
Muzak from the Omonia. Apart from an America for security, MOBA. Say, there will be a country in West Africa called now is an annual FBI for ya. Kwame Somali or Mokophobia for you. Wow, that healthcare fraud nice you.
Aye.
The panel Every year, Canada, Biara, no Ghana, Somalia. Of course, Somalia.
No, what do you want before no you see yam?
So, quite a new Somalia. Now we are just last week, Omoko from Somalia.
So iPhone 17, one guess you capture pictures.
Yeah, look at how big is over the you. Over the iPhone, yeah, they're now over the you. So, already complain about.
Okay.
I don't know who romance the Ben now who you could put so the investigation begins from there. How my own Wall Street Kwame. Now, last time America
what have you all packed and ready to go. Your favorite radio station, Digital
countries like
Online.
Canada, Australia, Japan, Omonone Alebu Omu A, Hono, we are transferred to Honor America, and your risk. And Omuba, the sea, the British, Iraq, Iran, the whole United D. Because that time now, Omako Iraq war. The whole United D. Who did say? Obi done in a war back. And one man will be a transfer free account to America. I come Mexico, I come to account to my only Papa says, come on. I'm more reporter FBI portrait, you know. Omoko Mexico, not every corner, down crazy. Every corner, the panel address, not down crazy. I would give you a big. This was in 2003.
Ow!
And a mamma was our client because that time that was stable with Merrill Investment, Merrill Investment. So a client.
Media Chase, yeah, Chase Bank, yeah.
I said to my own Chase, either OGC Office of General Counsel.
Okay.
7 Park.
Okay.
Town. Chase, Kwame. Look who said Mexico, a dynasty. They went to Mexico actually. Said the Maba Ghana. A dynasty on a dynasty. Eventually, they came conform. Over time, they hear to put in report. They say, who put in report that? Because the FBI arrest our promotion. Agent, you know.
Tinya Fena, Caprano, simply go back here.
But to me, a successful arrester, or not promotion, because we made some no movie investigator. If you are now, I'm rank above medal, we are promotion. When you successful arrest, not the DDR cost to say where the issues you come in. They also a case now, or yet, Benina, no bar. It's not only nice, they are not nice people at all. Who know would be here? Only nice.
Can you miss that be our say what can you miss?
The new card or catches you are turning a cigarette of a mobi, open coffee of a mobi, no to a leading income. But I don't say or a nice, or your money nice, not at all. I would look at the advice of the man, or when you do what could do on it, yet. Don't pay the ano. I will pay through one. Or more than that. It's cooperative. Now,
Let me about me. I said a bravo Betty, Hajia for real. Now, I'm going to call you. They say, buy Auntie BB at so we make a bear 1 year pet. And now we try our buy ye. What buy ye? The ripples effect of Nemayan Muno as the kitchen for baby dodo.
I know when you summer, Kwame, I know the minimum one.
Castle, Mamma, now I said, I'm saying, I'm Pamfamo.
What's the way I say? Now we shall.
Shravon so. Lawyer Ralph, a Japan, where you're private legal practitioner. Now, would the Nijuma, Nisuku, Samni Bibia, war a year US abruchi memu, Sabrina, area, what the film. Now, Mamma, went from a young toward Median so, and commodity.
Anyway, I come Madame Fuchili, only could call me more London. That is Julie, only call me peace from Chamonix.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, on Digital Online.
Kwame akagu masumu se odawo soda no baby Julie Kwame wakagu masumu se odawo soda no
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go. Your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online.
Few more minutes to 10 o'clock and pay. Friday morning, if I want to pay. Unity Link Financial Services Limited and pay a proud sponsor. To Unity Link Financial Services Limited and pay. A J Aprecution Life or TikTok.
Julie, Kwame Akago, Masumu say, oh, no, so no, baby. Julie, Kwame Wakago,
and you're well said and done this morning. The other information, tidbit and more. Once again, his name is Ras Bonsra. Ras Michechiano pay. 48 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock this morning. It's hot in the morning once again. Let me quickly acknowledge my proud sponsors. And then we add up the subsequent information, what have you, and pay. In the meantime, in between time, there's a cleanup exercise in Ghana. And about being free 2 days now, the share said, you better clean up exercise. And I'm at Torrential, my buy any flats, a course, so for my Ghana. And then I make I will say Unity Link Financial Services Limited, a proud sponsor to pay when we talk about mobile money to all major networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all rural banks in Ghana, airtime top up and pay a boy children. Pinnacle Mufaba Education is here. September enrollment Bekosunti. I hope so both degree per course Kakribia 3-month courses, 4-month courses, a few courses be able to me but body and for who rim unya body kakrana and Bruni say your intellectual property nobody can take it away from you. Just grab something small now to me and so they're both buying now your license for yourself. Pinnacle number near +44 794 715 2878. Interno a Pinnacle and Mufaba Education. Your education is your pinnacle. I don't pay E&J handyman about carpentry works, door fixing and hanging, fixing of kitchen wardrobes and wooden floors. And know your E&J handyman on 074 324 02117 074 324 02117. Now, the Ministry of Education in Ghana, Haruna Idruso, has directed the Ghana Police Service to immediately investigate a shooting incident at Zohi Evangelical Presbyterian EP Primary School in Yendi, in the northern part of the region. In a statement issued on the 9th of July 2026, the Ministry of Education strongly condemned the attacks, describing it as a criminal act that has no place in the country's schools. The preliminary report indicates that the 2 armed men stormed the school premises and allegedly fired gunshots indiscriminately, throwing pupils and staff into panic. During the incident, the headmaster was reportedly assaulted and sustained injuries. Reacting to the incident, Haruna Idrisu instructed that the Ghana Police Service to give the matter urgent attention and also ensure swift investigation to bring those responsible to justice. Now, Haruna Idrisu, the Education Minister, has directed immediate attention of the police to make sure they arrest the perpetrators. And that is a press release. Yendi school be nepebi ipa bonfo bi eko tututu ho na headmaster no so pra na no na Ministry of Education and the Education Minister edi napos atudwa se police for nya ntem na won a we could dis anyambrasem ewo Zohi primary school I know what Yendi wan ko tututu no wanchi won and ho nsem ano no anopa isu yakọ enim edikan aka the third term bid na se nia eduji kana je se proman panyin why na adwin se nipa bi and they put to that agenda. But Obeka Fifi Kotika said they are all bootlickers. In Jicas, we a bootlicker. Yes, I would hear what a friend of Mpabwasi, and a Wunya Nuku few, they show how far. And to those bootlickers, no, there's no spirit, they don't love Ghana. That's what Fifi Kotti said. Now, lawyer Becca Vamaho, and so now, or your lawyer Nima Abu Trika, and to Ralph Ejapon, he's been in the US. He has shared his thoughts on how the US treats people, especially when you have been extradited, by involving yourself into such social vices. Now, maybe you have been caught by the web. In the meantime, if such criminal attitude, and I also say white collar crime, now you are engaged into it. They have done their extensive research to know the kind of modus operandi or the syndicated thievery team. They know the kind of people you are working with. They know the type of transaction you do and the business you do. The maybe romance come through going through certain portions. Yeah, you channel it through others. And when they arrest you, they want you to say the truth, nothing but the truth, because they have all the urgent findings in regards to your arrest. Until before they take you to America, like I said, they've done everything. They know everything. Until you will also maybe give your account, say, ampa, na mene osimisi ene, because you don't need to lie. When you speak the truth, they can give you some immunity and magnanimity that can also tell, say, maybe the jail term could be reduced, a reduced sentence could be applied. If not, then they've wasted a lot of money by arresting you because you want to litigate the matter since you know you are a culprit. And once you are a culprit, they have arrested you, you need to surrender yourself so that everything will go smoothly. And then there will be a reduced and magnanimity, and they will be magnanimous enough to you. And that is what Ralph is saying. And under the law, the plea bargaining comes in, especially when you have conceded or you made a concession of accepting the fact that you have committed such crimes. And everything that you say, they will listen to you, but they will also brief you the kind of people that you have been aligned to do this aiding and abetting or the syndicate of thievery, announces that the conspirators you are part of you. They will unravel all these things. Now the actual say investigation ye na no wo yenim dia na wo ye oni osimesi wan yo krometuma bodin akire wo eno na Ralph no person ka no wan yo krometuma bodin ti wo hwe abayo ai na ye frɛ no Ajia for real. She was sentenced, she was convicted, and then she could say she will speak the truth. And people that are aligned to her, when you put those records on track, definitely there will be an immunity and they can reduce your sentence. It happened to Nayeli Ametefe when maybe they can give you 10 to 15 years for committing such a crime because it is a drug-related offenses. And you can be languishing in jail for a specific up to 25 years because a second-degree felony crime. Until once you have been arrested, you will be convicted. You have that particular mandatory years I will spend in jail. But they will ask you, say, because you are not doing it alone, you have people who were aligned to you. That is a syndicate. If you're able to break down and give us the names, and then it will correspond to what we have in our outfit, we will definitely give you some immunity. And that is what is happening when investigations of this nature is being done, because they know everything you've done. They just, if they don't want to follow, they won't follow. But once they will follow, they know every corner. So when they bring the extradition or they trigger the extradition treaty, then they will make sure, say, they will mediate talks with the security agencies in Ghana. No, I share. Obia na oye involved no omunim obi okre to me accomplices no ansa na wo a oye the brain behind they will come after you because some people were arrested before you. They will also give a green light. Say, this person is living in this area. We're all doing it together. I was doing so and so. He was doing so and so. So you give an account and a breakdown of your modus operandi. That is why they can juxtapose and digest and see whether what you are talking about relate to what they have in their outfit. Into sana investigations now investigations normally every investigative journal of investigative security make sure say bibia dana kwanso. Sometimes we do compromise because your integrity your mind hu hia inti bu wo ha no ya na wa yi ni kakra na esa asem no pese ekoda kakra na ese or spy, but the investigation has been done. We achieve the objective of the investigation, but don't person be disclosed. In Europe and America, that is not how investigations are being done. It has a procedural way to be investigating people who have committed such a heinous crimes. Until when you have been caught, they will give you the opportunity to also tender your report and why you shouldn't be convicted or you should be convicted. Indeed, that is how the whole thing is all about, because they have it. And they have unraveled the mystery around you. And definitely you'll be in trouble. In the meantime, Kokunyaming, the great band, will be bringing Kojentri the Maestro and Fred Mewe Zoblazo fame on the 5th of September at the 9 Broadway High Road, Wood Green, N22, 6DS London. Da Force, any Kuku Usunfumpong will be the MCs on the day. TQ will be the DJ on the night. Into tickets enquiries with me, our friend, 077-288-76027. 077-288-76027. Into Enshanen so. Oh, no paying so. In your Bema principal, the Papa Nimpong and Efri Munti, Beye on the 5th of September with United Reformed Church, Grange Park Road, Leighton, London, E10, 5 EP. 73 years, Papa Stephen Anane Amankwa, aka Odikro. Na yenu shishenye. Ube to me, Afrenu Bema Principal was 079-312-232-778. Now, so say, my health was 079-432-321-89. Nana Kwame was 079-494-93990. Into Yanshan and so Elho. Tell me, share a black and red. Buses are now a bus 58, 158, 69, and 96. And also said train station, no, a Leighton station, Central Line, and Midland station, a Suffragette Line. I know called Gospel Oak. And I pay so, Benka say, Step Ahead Foods, Omunyano, most of the leading shops in a year Gan for your shops to be Brina, Step Ahead Foods. And so our Gan in Yane wa box and a kama into Bombardier, so with Step Ahead Foods in Yaninibi. Fante Dokno or crunchy plantain chips and authentic banku, perfectly prepared for the true home style experience. Soft golden tropical bread with fresh, rich, and irresistible smooth. Ninano Step Ahead Foods from 074 976 56309 074 976 56309. Now so say admin at stepaheadfoods.uk. Dianko in na ento admit so 10 o'clock is the time. Enche na yamay musano pay. Hold the guitar and I will tea. Till Yanko.
Baby, do me one favor. Baby, listen to what I say. Baby, give me your flavor. Baby, listen to what I say. Cause nobody can make her feel this way. Only you. Oh, baby, yeah. Even if I do you wrong, baby, consider me to be kidding. Take me as your picky. No put me on and coming down. Come tell me your story. come. This is why I make it too well. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. No say no one be perfect, oh. For sake of you I try my best, oh. Angry man is a angry man. So if I try to make me setty, make me happy, give me plenty, plenty. Love the sweet, oh, love the sweetie passy honey. Make us see, say, oh, you love the sweet passy honey. Make you set confusion to show them why we are different. We are lovers but still friends. Make one I love cause confusion. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. When I would date, jealousy go day. My baby, hey, make you know they pay. Baby, make me concentrate, oh. If I don't know, make educate. Oh, yeah. Even if I do you wrong, baby, consider me to be kidding. Take me as your picking. Love with you, I'm coming on. Don't tell people your story, oh. Yeah. Cause love, they say it goes and comes. This is why I make a treat you well, oh. Love the way you won't make I love you. Yeah. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. I want us to share love. Together we can make it. I want us to understand. Each other we can go high. The miracle working God, the miracle working God, under your wings we abide. The miracle working God, the miracle working God, under your wings we abide. Oh my Lord, you are great. You are the young that I am. Jehovah Chiradonai, you are my everything. Oh Lord, you are conqueror, the greatest God of heaven, the miracle working God, under your wings we abide. The miracle.
Ghana Nurses Association UK Summer Ball Airbaso, giving back with compassion, our nurses and future. £80. Saturday, the 25th July 2026, from 5:30 p.m. Maui and free to 11, almost 12 midnight. At the Marriott Hotel, Regent Park 128 Kings Henry Road, NW3 3ST, London.
The miracle working God, the miracle working God.
Dress code no a traditional formal with black tie. Traditional or formal with black tie. Auntie Florence was 078904 69751. Benny on 079 5764 8664. Victoria, Auntie Victoria Michicha no pay 075 7555 447. And to the Ghana Nurses Association UK is bringing you a summer ball. You're going to meet and take a chill pill and enjoy. And pay Chicha Mungina to his feet. You are a miracle. Give to God sing or say miracle ball. In the meantime, you're going to doing command pay now bonito na me musano pay Jumano Dawson. na if you are about the next job. Young queen, let me say to you.
But Michia Ghana for me, Chrome for Sikumo Bimbra for Michia Mongina. Me brapene, Quaquia, me Davidson Band, Michia Papa, also Nessica Stevie. But yeah, quite a name, Abu Trek and seminar, me person, me car crown pay. Sir, me trans and I'm here, sir, abrofu way by Africa. Ebe fire and Quasuma. Me ya papa. Say, no more Americana boys see to me that damn say. Yena na no mewu agya yen gold nti mu mfesi camera na yen tuatua on taxes bi na ansan de yetumi aton na mo so di sika abere no Africa ho na wedi awie a ave na you are extraditing him na nipa we mu tumi ba Africa ba be fa yen kwa so mo obi e mo adwen ketekete we na me pese me bisa se extradition treaty na ye wo no se broni so ba Ghana na so be di bone a no dwane ko America na se western weather Ghana buying bet to Mako Fana Baba try no Ghana. Now this is the question.
Oh yeah. What to me?
Yeah, you be that.
And chair Obian, yes, I'm on.
Now, fear than a Russian on Yamba 80 bedai. Yeah, Kofana Baba try now. Russia buys the company.
I know money treaty.
You see,
you know money treaty.
But Diana, more
that's all we say. Obama, you're punishing the panel. Over force ni punishing the panel because no on pen my fan and body and ye boni obedi no na yen because I know your legal matter the yen ye be my attorney general pursue that particular case e wo ho
na na good trick and the omo antra na Ghana
I say yen ye treaty with America yen omo treaty but Russia no money and me say you
say broni e be boni aduana kwa
I me say una unya unyama ye Debia ye can let us not do it as if say it's just simple. Cases ne bar, you share the veracity of the cases. Obi is over at the year so the neighbor no. O the neighbor say why den. Bibia we bia so nya evidence a. Actually say we bibia na o hia nipa na. Now the ma authorities now on be hu sam pa nipa we kodi sa boni. Nti ye the name ma. They say tamaklo de ye o de ne buy. America for na de ne buy.
But Ghana make white brony.
Say brony na make sure say brony abodi boni no ofin for America na.
I western word baby brony be boni
Ghanaian don't speak in a vacuum. Have an evidence. Brony ben now you have to specify. You don't have to say
Sir,
Britain,
America, Australia, Canada, Canada.
Are you purporting and I will suggest it and you are speculating? Say Bonibia de Bonintin Casani, or you have an evidence, say Boniwe de Bonin Yajano. Is that what you are
saying? I am asking, sir. It is a Bonibia de Bono Africa.
Of course, and I make sure I want to know what treaty you pursue because you have legal team. You didn't hear attorney general, you are buying lawyer. That is what I'm saying.
Anyhow, anyway, you have a free and yes, so Bobby Betty Bonino Jana.
Only Bonnie, and I make sure say, who know you, Yama year, will be into me false. Cobunio to me can't just say, oh, any party I would to mention. What do Bonia, Miss me pursue, and the crime no be fast by any end. That one, the Yasama.
Okay, you're quite an Mama can say, President Mama, uncle for 10 Munya Sasa Manakana, and young people in Puna, you bill post within NDC for no one, they are not going to accept it. Zia said, look at Yana Washa to board by Parkinson. Or say, because obey cool, as in a budget as long as I want of a president in India. Now, President Mama, who won't let us would wake and wait 10 years. Say, what's up, Bessie Arabic, Kobe, and I want to say, oh, your bar member with them out. And then you can't cry and Yadia Ebefa. Nami, no, ye be surprised. Mama say 2 days or DSU was a young prepare mountain. So after that, no, a DSU say, be able to go aquam and to feel assay. And then the question we need to ask 2 days after Friday and solve a problem. Kwan omo fa so omo tu efin ase omo bin e dey akọ every house be SC bonten so e pen krofo a omo eyi bin e pen krofo omo pra 24 hours a drainage system omo aye ni nyina omo pen krofo omo san so eye hu adwuma. Is he buying bin for every house in Ghana after this? This is the question we're asking.
Thank
Say
you.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumene Danado aben to me ato grape machine ama every district there. He expected President Mama to buy bin across Ghana.
And I ever was here that say. One was we. According to you.
About because we young for show. And then Mr. Michel, Compecam. Lee, if we leave Chow, buy it to see him. Naso and can see Chow. Fred, Mr. Tufo. Mammy, if it's up, Mammy Elizabeth. Mammy, say, well, oh, me, Michel, pass also, and I'm not Kwame. Open point more quaba, a chop of us, and so, and Uniaba, so, Ocodian, a Joacodian, Michel, of a dear boy. Dickness done on me, and the Mamma Kenya, I shall be and then Friday, a backo. The Nabisa. Dear, I can say, your mamma so, or so, or studied, you know. Acquire a human yet, a human yet, no. Oba, Asempetia, your man of 20 years, 40 years, now, Ron is a son or Obeta Aconyaso. Dear, old Muna, and I dear Yeno, and you're now to a Beshiado, one was outside a Beshim. The name is dear, who got no wrong with me. So, Sir Abrofono, or Mabu Buye, and Omo Edeco. Yekasi yekane sadia Ghana baby eti nya Ghana ne ho ne flu entokwa ne yedi piapia ya na ebedu anamo empo Ghana kura no eti sia no ebrofo bebre na obufri kumasi entokwa na du pi ebo no enti yekasi yekane sadia ene na a mistake ade enye no na enye de enye na enye sanse yakasi dinia enipa bia ya chira eni ankasa nkro nke ebekunkum ye ho sisi akra no a Ghana ese ye wo modern world kra no Ghana say na bebre esi ede ye wo ho ente de na ni nchesa aprofra be fa yesika ko ntino sa de mu ye nyan sanse ska no kra so ko ma fa anko kiska no kade na nkan ne de kado ase ye twam ye guso na nkan ye sum no sa abosum anu jaso broni bia abodobra na so we na event no na mo de ba mo adwire esu baboni jane papa kura na the bishop here come point can say edementi papa enu ayi na also born na notin boy
boy and it is 17 for job catch no abo
o tumi mo o tumi mo na enem ayi ma hwe the video bi Obaya Lee any MPP for requirement mumra but mumra meyina no or say MPP personal mokoje $300 million afeso musa koje $100 million ayise mo de be ye odro na mo de be ye anumanuma moache di sa se mo je e asempa na se e ade appeal parliament ana se NDC for na akache no work na so no na ye ne hwehwemu e no akasa ehunu sa arama ni nyina na nti ebi mo ya no na waka se bi se mudi boni sei e be da mo nyina che no what you say since 1992 NDC for company for do say na ewu and we for company for say na ewu mo ye wudi fo no say na ewu and before ka so omo former president mienu and one more former vice back home. And Mr. Kwame Nkrumah mimi ntimu sa oyakola o sa o epenu sa o tell radio so ya da o abeso asana o betrazo enti li mo macheche mu mi tipo pa say ya do krasa mpa makoje 300 million a modia ananse makoje 100 million ene modia obo sisi data pedrin I can say maybe video the hot mom betting a producer edit the bamo. Society and Yampadia and the MP for like Modi in a brass and papa. That's why.
All right, I'll call David Usudian. Quite into you.
Conformidation Aquenia. Aqua David, your boy about so close here in the other man. and communicators or mobile in Bemali. Obaya na say yini aba yeshen and say yabasi maintaining Majuma Shani yini yecha and to Nana and the communicators in now I'm afraid my main chance here says I disagree with Nana Elisa on grounds of say a romance karma air course in the US Abaya Transia who say no. And now the pie also encouraging no any means be which me are born addition who buy beer and which me are for so maybe say it's a plus to the US government. Again in my home, unlike a sensitive government we have in our end. Who doesn't care what goes on near my also social advisors who come watching in near Unima they say no I wage war against the political opponents. But some are not rough can Ubia will share a bit about US intelligence here. Near rough we can know how Americans conduct their investigation. Near Ubia now when we mention a romance scam, doesn't mean say in those days are not yet sure what we call pen power. Na yani omunyanki tahunti wo kwa no wasende upipi. Ana eni no chese yeah the call different level. Mentia seva me jiri sense. Because those days are now true bia. Okay
yeah ncha no request ska omo ano mcho bibi.
Omo na deba.
But we know there's a reform. Na I say revitalized this decision. I say odo oba na eye oba picture bi no the ha na I say oba ne pe be ma no nti be ma no so scam no nti like the charlatanic images no we use
and you come my chete kwa because me do this na me oba ku bia wo Canada a young girl at that time me say me man no the bremen say me ya me nim date but me ebo me pa na me suku ameko nti you da se so to watch them musa you buy it here send na Valentine o kan President Mama ubeja friend say hinta my eja o hwan ya for your own good sa tete agenda kukoso constitution cry extended on for 5 years open yen sini denche Mama ono ana shekiri kwa me mfan wada nkobo bi ono ana pie lupa or go and test the water. Now let's see the reactions of Ghanaians. Osha Bato Motoma Ghana for the and channel Moire Omoa the Peninsulas and Kosonam and San Rebimo. He is the brain behind all these things going on. And we shouldn't be going around. You see, beating about the bush. He is a person or church that. We speak to Sanyama we say now. These thinking governments a bit despondency about system no more bia in church ajo na se wo desu ye so nam fere when you move send ya wo ye chese nimpre no so ni o wa be bu nimpre no so anka obi a hwe wani say enka ba bia me hwe ase de me tru ho wo se me ya ahwe we no bia e ma sebe mpre bia sa wo ganche mu na ne ye hu nyina ye in fact e pe kwa na wo say mo e wa mamu Okoda was an essential abadi or pepi and crew for ethical. Yes, I did it in your can send your baby about me kwame, medicine and so no jomama and a search that Otis Edgemano.
Okay.
Now beja on yai. Now maybe Valentine and lesson ya can send aqua David. Aqua and Yanono, in fact, many about baya and your brother Lee at the Yano long about 2-3 weeks ago about some flood money we see. Adia World Bank and a discount at the Mayan, yen you could switch or more, and I could swap and a year Baumia Jim Pow Muda, a year or margin say you better find the solution to the offense Accra true flooding.
Okay.
Ya can't best a better 2 weeks. In fact, you know, the first offense a year batch Nankasa by 150 no. I shall see a D. Hujuma. Meno Kase Sikano over 200 million. That's what your mama and then the finance minister.
Okay.
Yen Fanya Juma. It is a quasi ubisa, no more Kenina, Yen Contompona, and this, or my Gina, and say Ghana, no more Tretiaka. It's a Batua, Ghana for tomorrow, Munti, and until the next your mamma, yes, you know, to mission a million, make me asking about and friends as to be John and our pepper. And see, that's right. Sasabi, Yan Pie, Yagin Abasa. Oh, my young son and Kanya was a Jomam or Yenny Pancha.
Kwame, the overcourse are not just what to assume. Kofi Francis into you, na yanko obusun for.
Van.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to say?
Me yo monso
Van.
Yes, sir.
Sir, President Kasobeko third time. Very serious. Look, people are taking it for granted. It's not easy. It's not. Look, if a Supreme Court judge, Chief Justice, it means a permanent say akuko. Look, all these, what do you call them? Ghana Bar Association, all these professionals association, CSO, they didn't do anything. Nobody fought for that woman.
But his party chairman and the secretary, his party chairman and the secretary don't buy that idea. They said, if you do that, you are a bootlicker. Because he want to contest.
Secretary don't buy it. But look, the president will count on the judiciary.
No, the judiciary. What I'm saying is that, Francis, what we should know is you can do everything, but not everything you can do. The point is, wow, party for Nankasano, will they accept the fact that Sanko Tete mana? That is where you need to ask yourself. Wow, party no, almost almost penny. The party is almost penny. There's a disunity in the party. Do the over interpretation, clarifications.
We know you're free Ghana. Before this man took over as president, was it your bar? Pay them, the scanner at the moment, as Gracia, Obetram. As he even mentioned it.
And so we've not.
A funny country. Buy 2 years in economy.
Okay.
What is what can be our own? What can be our But it was part of his manifesto slogan.
Okay.
I will do this, I will do that. On kind. We live in a country where Minister of Health, Bitman Fakor, said, may he CEO of Conferential Hospital. Look, you think Secretary of State, Waha, Bitman is over he health CEO, Biwa, Memphis, Whitechapel Hospital. He has no power to do that.
Okay.
Only our power.
Okay.
But you couldn't know, Obia at me, baby. Now yes, the president say, Yantustomo, and the Friday, be other than Saturday and Sunday, near the Friday. For no more Ghana. Ubeka say Krono, there be a koyachi. We are not in a real country, you know, because we just say almost 70 years. We should have gone beyond us. The institutions should be effective.
Okay.
And yet, president Nelson must have mandate. We've got district assemblies. We've got all these things that people who are being paid to work and they are not working. It's everything president.
Francis, was
strong in Ghana. Say, you like me now, and on the president.
Thank you very much. I was for you to you and to us. I was for you. Ben phone my I say okasa wechi.
Oh, okay.
Aha, ain't you?
Yo, me that's Valentine. Ma minchia with you for so. Na yeah, edujita maklo ya Kwame attacking the Valentine. He's one of the finest brains in Ghana. Say ye pe nimdiefo a ombetimi aboa a strengthen your democracy ni your politics aye na untimi ni edujita maklo ensi nchen minim ne okan ya subjecting to this kind of, you know.
And George say he's shielding the president. Say on Castle Cotet, but he's behind what is happening. He's not disrespecting him.
What does he call shielding? What does he call shielding?
Only pano oshichi say or person Cotet, so we be now say or no Castle Cotet. I mean, one nipa be And so she
Anyebiano,
that was what he said.
yeah, but Valentine Kwame Nim said only evidence via indicate say President Mahama is a denies or person contested. Does he have any evidence?
You should stop people from saying that because the constitution is clear. So when people are doing that now, it does not enshrine in our constitution. The constitution has stated it clear. Said 2 terms. So when somebody is going to bring something affront to the democratic dispensation, he should stop the person. That's what people are saying. Don't you agree with them?
Yeah, but Anyebiano, to my knowledge, I know say President Mahama has not indicated say or say or call.
Yeah, so to quell the matter,
he hasn't said
you
that.
should stop people from saying that or people litigating the matter.
No, Valentine, you cannot. You don't have that strength to stop people from saying what they think, and it's even against human rights. You cannot stop someone from expressing their views.
One said, he said, anybody who support that motion is a bootlicker. You don't want the country.
No, he was wrong. He was wrong, and what he said was irresponsible. It was reckless. He shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
Especially when people have their right to free speech. Me and Mika say, if you ask me, do I want President Mahama to go for a third term? Mika say yes. Okay. Does that mean I'm a bootlicker?
No. So since when we realized somebody should go for a third term, since the constitution.
Yeah, but that's what I want to also share my opinion on this, Valentine. If after the tenure of John Dramani Mahama, he goes home, now say he wakes up in the morning, and then the constitution of Ghana.
Can Akufo-Addo come back?
Oh, Maminka, let me land.
We are not doing.
You see, Valentine.
Obosofo, listen. I just want you to be very emphatic. Can Akufo-Addo come back? President.
If you allow me to land, you get answers to this question.
Yes or no, and then you move on. Can
Akufo-Addo can come. President Kufuor can come.
Oh, okay, all right. That's what I want to hear. So let's move on.
Yeah. Quickly. So it was in line with what your question was in line with what I'm going to say.
That's right.
If John Mahama after his tenure,
if
after his tenure, and he wakes up in the morning and the Constitution of Ghana has been amended or reframed to the extent say every former president can stand for another election now. Akufo-Addo can stand for election. John Kufuor can stand for election. President Mahama can also stand for an election per the Constitution if it allows that. So I don't see the problem where people, because he's not going to do anything unconstitutional. No, Constitution is a main complaint, but maybe the main person may complain. It will not happen. And let's get it clear. Okay. If the Constitution allows it, that he's entitled to it. But I'm saying sanitation we are more Valentine, and also we seek the city authorities and I say in Penifonu make sure say they have dustbins in every corner of the streets. Maybe Finland is safe for almost 17 years. I mean, 2 are there and 2 from da. Not even a wrap of a candy. Okay. Right. And if they begin to provide those things now, but when I quickly Valentine wait there, they say Akufo-Addo is really about me pub on Abaso. Flooding no. Is a holy cathedral manano. You say and also another room. It's big scrunch so ni be among sooner in Kanya holy cathedral. Amanana anka bonia in so ni be dinner near Semper. But it's a bonabaso say waiting me to salmon and to her. It's me chin so ni be cuckoo. Valentine me that's it. Never will be aba.
I'm in you. No, I'm a friend of Chow Yo, Michia, Mrs. Tanmunina, Obaya, my medic ned, watching him, my Nana, my Mr. Wa, Manina, Chiamina, come pick him. Almost working now, also for a deal of the phone, bread, Ubia, Michelbia. Now, first of all, the American is about. Mama said that it's an issue I don't want to get involved because it's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to happen. It will never happen in the land of Ghana. Okay. Say, Mama Bekotete. Never. As you see, I cry near the time bomb so. In this animal, you know, the befema or upsetting for keke. And don't you know, I mean, it's not an issue that I want to waste my time on because it's not going to happen. Okay. The next year, I'm a person, the romance camp at Kosovo. You know what? I'm not happy to say Obi security agency beat me about the setting up in Obi country. Now why any of it? Now it's NBC who is entertaining this.
I'm not saying criminality should be encouraged. No. But because we have Interpol, which is international police. Almost arrest. And no crime. And yes, we be about within our police, mobile extraditing the panel. So I say,
okay.
Now, say mobile office, FBI office, Ghana. Because do you know why they did this? Sir, a BNI for boss not on the security background anything. The background in security. Have you ever heard anything about that guy?
Well, I've not cross-checked unless I cross-check.
He hasn't got any this thing. Until he was trying to take advantage of this FBI thing to make his office look vibrant. And then now, FBI for seat into here, power pay and FBI for better Ghana and almost started so much think of for. I'm not saying say Obi at the Bonia because my advice to Ghanaian youth and say this new generation are creating an impression say hard work is foolishness. That is the impression that these modern youth almost create. Say hard work is foolishness, but it's not. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Say they will just pick up their computers and sitting in their living room to make millions. So you waking up chasing your bus in the morning, going to work for 8 hours and coming home, you are so stupid. Now we have to stop it before it's too late.
Okay.
This is exactly what is happening in Ghana. This boy, when himself is criminal. Obet not TV so now Francisca. Boy to sika winning table so insulting people, telling all those who are working, the teachers, the doctors, the nurses, working in the sun, working hard for the development of our nation, said they are all stupid. And only at their main source.
Okay.
What is some flashes out of the system. Now your next generation you who say you have to work hard. You need to work, suffer for to gain. And yes, I'll bet them now be bra bono. Now they are but warning to our security and NDC is bringing allowing some other countries and security in your way to intervene in your security system. No, it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you.
Okay.
No, so we are born here. I point out the Interpol they didn't become fan and call. Now FBI no matter Ghana for we in FBI. What is this? Airtime. Country be anywhere else than this Ghana.
Mama, thank you.
You, Monsieur Bia, and I'm over 3 points.
Okay, thank you.
But you can't even give me 4 minutes.
Oh no, I'll give you just 10 minutes. So just make your point. If your point is valid and it's not abusive, you just move on. That's all.
All right, I will never use abusive. Number one.
Okay, thank you.
Number one, a boot tricker. And your first time, what kind of Bremeza? Bremeza.
Bremeza, aka Bremeza. Yeah.
Aka Bremeza.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the same.
Yeah, aka Bremeza, mechanical.
And baby, I watch it and my phone was the first. You, F2. Nana. How digital? Nana, Matna or down for 3 good years. For 3 good years. Nana, and then I thought I better catch now ever put on me.
Mama Tati. My catch the mammy opinion, they be madam respect.
Yeah, matter. But
I don't
the
want
no, was so serious.
You said you
I
are your
reverse it to her. Finish. It's Mama Tati. Last one. I reverse the case to her.
Don't do that. The radio is not for parents.
I will reverse it. David.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No. If you
okay, Mama
this is a Ghana the Wakumadu. Speak what will benefit the country. Young stop these things.
Yes, what will benefit the country? You take much of my time.
You don't do that. You told me you are not going to fight. But right now, where you want to go is you want to fight.
Okay. Odon. Odona. My attendant, Nessa, they be a seasoning timer. Adana no often for papa.
Yeah.
Into what they need, into the dada crampo into community of Adana crampo, they can do something about it. Into carry now, okay, sell Adana up to now, one cover, na carnum, patum, na the chin and then petting, the men who there, Sabi Africa. We are not prepared. I can they put you at taking cap corner, or the door Yahuba. I don't know what you said, more from us there. Why don't when you, why don't when you, Dami or done a problem or ya by so speed or if you were up more than 25 years. Young, if you heard digital, Nance Abua. Or to them, or from here, one from here, Abu, didn't be a way to be mamma. Abu, one po, what to my spirit to take even half more crying to why I'm last one. Why are you taking this money to hold it? We say, yes, I own them. It's a bill. That's what I told them. And one mama went, that the madam said, it's a bill I have to pay them. Damn me, I brought them. Me to make you know what the people need more help to promote the business to help us all. Now, say contribution on Koda, Mamba can we have a long way to go. Until Mamba stop what had there. 1 million put our thinking cap on. Now, yeah. Help in our own way. Some people even can contribute 10,000. They have the money. You should think of all digital in your heart. Them a million in my heart to promote the all digital.
Okay.
To do well for all of us.
All of us. Yati, yendasi. Yaminka, my matan should know. Obaya ain't you na yanko. The other line also.
Yeah, good morning, Val.
Yeah, morning.
Yo, you didn't say, thank God it's Friday. DAB. Contribution, said the antimata carriers is here. And the I advert ma radio no go ade ama e beba wa baso ne tro no ba de a e beba bi chiri.
Osi wenyi ntia mo spare no. Wenyi.
And to so ya on spare yen so won kan correct. Yes yes spare no won kan correct. No
I'm call we fi Ghana ma me fa no quickly mbros wa.
Okay.
In your fi Ghana, you saying?
Hello.
Yeah, flow saying.
Pato e frame tete mkase free Sunyani.
Sunyani, okay, yentio. Na yanko na because we free Ghana ntina mama was that time. Yentio.
Ndawsi. Na mchia wani watiefo nyina.
Obi ajo so.
Emam Dora wa Manchester mchia no. Na NDC mpenyimfo se o man ma eru mama bi o hwan na eba.
Anche se runka tia.
Okay, nipa na gina nyina o mo fisi so. Enti omoko meeting, secret meeting. And omo yese, yes, adia, yeru mama samre bium. Sebe ya ombenya, sebi bemba no nyamfo bia obegina mo anim.
Sa na se dun keti ancho no pesoko na wa asma wuki.
Nti se dun keti betma we ne.
No we also on coalition.
Ya se dun keti atu seniani.
Ene de omo party almost omo pena omo to ama no ndi ada na wunji za
de Ghana de yempe no Ghana de
fine ene de enche ene
de ya sizi gati abetimi aboye ene
fine ene de enche yo omo lie nti ene de omo party omo so mpese dun gati you can say anything and allow them to do their work
Martin but Ghana for de yempe di se omo pusi ira mama na ne ntia ase no on de onye na dwen se opetete mako but NDC for penny for na pusi no
okay
say o mara biu na fe yenhwe Ghana yesika ayen kwantanan amane baby yensan kai ye be kai create lose and share asofoton gida soba asuntaba ni nyina confirm a almost say that create a better Ghana for Scadi, a baby come on. Sadrim station Yana Sabai. A baby look to Ghana, I say Ghana. What on good? Somebody boa Ghana. Good, do what I said I'm a toy. Was in a bass, so what is your damn important? Here was a medium fee. Parliament is a bra, baby, one, and this for a cover. Someone pay money be in Nano Parliament. Where my bank of where they IMF say it was in Katia NDC, buying easy was a through code purchasing. They say Ghana foreign and when you're on a platform, none go to need Scavia copia with Nina, my who say. They say, who ya born Bonimu. Yes, who watch the watch mine. Yet the man I shall some way, no man, not Sikaba man, no fine Putuma, Niasum Paso, and one in theatre about Mamma. They say, Ghana and Putuma Biancoso. Niamoka say Mumbabe, see no, they see iOS. Timmy Divisiano be at Wasso.
Yeah, that's it. Tete, so dear no. Why ain't you?
Yo, nti agya, onimdeɛfoɔ ne adɔfoɔ a maboa. Mehyɛ mo bɔ sɛ fia da bia mɛbobɔ so. Na kakra aka sɛdeɛ na maame ma atɛɛ yɛ advert no. Mom yɛmfa nsɔ so ne yɛmfa mmoa hɔ gye de tɛ. Bia ne sɛ bi koraa frɛfiri Ghana abɛbɛyi tɛtɛ. Ɛne dɔm ne bi frɛfiri Ghana bɛyi. Means radio no da yakoma so. Enti Aunt Mary first payment wɔwɔ lucky sɛ Aunt Mary £50, Kajonti £50. Auntie Kwatima £30, Dora Manchester £20, Obaya £30, Kwame Peckham £20, Kwame Crodin £50, Nana Jafodio £30, Brother Fred £30, Nana Kwame Tinsmith £50, Brother Jeffrey £40, Sister Charlotte £40, Ajingo Ranford £20, Gemma Boga £30, Brother Lee £20, Dachi Hime £50, Auntie Sunsume £20, Okatechie £50, Nanelu Tin £20, Sister Roberta £20, Ejewusu we they are no about Van Dyke program so no. £30, Mami Dickness £60, Mrs. Ampedu £50, Auntie Amas £20, Mami Sewa £20, Auntie China I have done na mi bo din se no restaurant e wunya ba Porsche. And now time interview no Porsche so kai. Aha, ne mame.
Oh, okay.
Auntie, that's a pa. Nana Mr. £30. Kwajo amwa konrekon, your per secretary no. £100. Nana Poku £30. Akra Jumo Asoliba £40. Mama Equia £30. Nana J Sikapa £50. Auntie Grace £40. Osofo Augustine Mame, Auntie Comfort, £20. Kwajabu Aje, £40. Ebenezer Boatin, £30. Uncle Joe, £50. Yenima Nanansa, wife, £100. Obrimpon, £30. Mumo, my idea, ye peka krebia soso. Ni akrosu, ni a winter. Ana Christmas deɛ no nti yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛtwem akɔ bebree enti adɔfoɔ mo akyerɛ dɔ paa mebɔ m'aba so paa titiri silent business no mebɔ m'aba so wei mo akyerɛ dɔ paa nti yɛpɛ kakra bi asɔ so mewɔ just 5 days ana akyɛ kora nani week ɔpanyin afo bɛba abɛgye nti mo yɛmfa nsɔ so na mmaa no menim sɛ bi so kɔ Van Dyke hɔ ante Martha ne mo de sɛ Patrick no mu deɛ NDC foɔ no wɔn tu ama Van Dyke wɔn leader ne Van Dyke nti wɔn tu ama no ɛna MPP foɔ so atu ama me nti MPP foɔ mo ama promise no ɛne silent business no esile mo mfa me so na me hand over thank you afɛ na me bɛka mo asɛm over na ubusa na na mi sɛ ɔma one example bro ni bi a wadi bɔne a emre ni no Africa watimi afa no ho adie me de me ni short memory ntimi me wo bi 1998 bro ni anu oye adwuma wo Goldfields Ekofa besi ni ba ne kodai. Wo wie ye odigini situation na se ma wo ba ne bui. Rollins a ye broni timi ma broni ni 48 hours se on free krom ho wa bere mlani no. Mama mo nsam wo ba ya mama mu bi. Enti he sadi akwa David kaye no. Ye dan ya wo mo nko ane yen. Dia sasem wo ye si eboasi broni krom ebesi. Minka so obi abu obi ye papa. Enye papa. But obi abu obi yetimi anya akokodu abefa nipa ne ko because wa ya kromfo no abu obi ya befa ne ko ba broni abetina ye kroma be ye adwuma anya sika akofa ba si ni ba oba no nsa wo bu ye no wo de gini situation wo ba na se kuno na Rollins and half ye broni was mama 48 hours ko ni nua bibini so wo ache na boda ho a wo aboni tuo no wakuno enti mama mu bi. Enti abrafo ne de omu bebu ye kwase asa because ye mpanifo ne sabe dodo na anim nyansa asem no kra ye nto sabi the American say enne NDC for na obosom for say NDC or say kwame abetake edu data makru na ada na mo NDC for ne de so obi nya akuku oduro be kana sem na nyansa ni bi so nya akuku oduro be mamu aya mo se attack ana attack na mo ntia se ana ye japa ke so ne ye bobo wono edu dacha makro no wo makoye wo mu meeting said de tete enya information a wo ken na kwa me no anya nstafo ne nim say do ma bibia one na sha ase no abeka so abetake no what is attack ana mo NDC fo no mo ti attack ma ante hwe aka wo na wo si edu de kire na age na kwa me de no obobo ro park so no obotonton sansa kwa me de ne na adwene no wo kire say do ma na sha ase. When you are talking, as Papa JJ said, listen to yourself. Now then, Aqua David Busano, Aqua Martin, a J-Man Sakosa. On a committee, no, and Yansafo party, no, dano. One I am a fork or casaye. Nesi can be by. Now what dear study a Jumano to 40%. Now I'm more bra party, 18 stages, nani ye. I be able 40%. And the finance minister you buy at forcing was a la 200 million. The opening would be a big keke. All right. And you know, me patch on me the basic. As I be a dingy be free me so and I'm a yammy no matter makasa. And you know, or the same. One more fun yet than woman in Sikadi, ye bedi big keke, woman do bedi. The same thing as one interchange. And who's the car better wa? And road minister. One what me anya kuku odrosa instead of 40 no. Obey ni 2 tier. Kwame agoja. Anka ukuro mahu na. Enka be kwa akote so. Edu omo de omo fasika enya japade mo man no. Ye bedi di keke na waka say John Mahama na wonu amu wote so de no aya opese o sa atana so. Afi de mama hu nsem nim ni ndie bia wo party.
That's my interview.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Computer woman. Your Monica. Or your short memory. Or your computer. Papa, I always say, Valentine, maybe a school, I didn't call Boissy. I don't know if you're an answer. And me call you and the national television. We read on the 1998, I'm of Boissy. It's a time I walk on Hey, computer lady Monica, mommy, Dickness, sister Mary, and sister May, sorry. And then Mamma said, Wanana, sister Bear of Manchester, Mr. Joe Cramper, Northampton, or then the missus, Yamaya Duma, which chapter election is in order for so. Our silence listeners, then people do for. When you come back, and I make you way, you know. What advice and I made us a degree. Nayana sometimes, and Tony Buonma. One I'm going to try, Anna, open, tell say, over by the chair, wiping it. She made us a degree. When you're an up, I'm a tennis meeting, and there was so fresh, such a report of the share name, Aqua David. And I say, when you can see a chair, I'm a 7 conference. Meaning so about. Bah,
yeah.
Many me akwa me pekam de bia ne kasa asem we say wo so wontimi nye ontimi kwotete
no be say that go change okwa e beto no so aba ana
wo de tie we say your friend referendum ahun
ana me ke
hwe de papa na ye John Dramani mama ba ya na wo starte wo year reshuffle from the military I want to starte I the junior ranking members and ranking e ba ye e be take a position or maybe coffee abra or retirement and so on. Or free one of them what to see away a judicial system and was a sign to me could draw nam or but see or my medina school and no over here Chief Justice Madame Gertrude Chokono no way you free one more on no reason because of an parochial interest in and a papa was hard to say nipa 70 something people, a court, judicial system, high court, lower court, supreme court, all the judicial, and why you just reshuffle. Your catcher was said, this man is up to something. Melanton, I said, man, I cannot never know. Maybe Kaya, I become a Kaya, say, Papa was who fit a terrain nowadays, banana, angana, or free banana. What pet a better court, I said, or packing and coffee war, near Kakadiana. John Mamma again, Papa. Now, Obi, I will and share a cool and nipper won't my gun and will fly the cassia didn't see that. Now, 42 people and will not to look her fight. Well, by the sea, I want to wear vice president, Mammy Jane. One year in the showcase, I beg you, I'm what could they have me as it's a white. Papa will be Papa more my gun. Okay. What by so baby, I don't want to say. Someone will say, I saw gold and thank of a gold, you know. Nini Ibrahim, what does he idea for himself?
Mom, my own report, we should say, I'm saying no crack.
And you're not great. But what about Nebeba? Maybe I won't count some go and remember baby. Yes, what you count Bonation and what Jay, sir, you know, minor concession, everything for them. It's just what the tank of a good devour. Now you're not crown so. The way a papa to a papa for this signature in your man, Manson in a beba. Then the money mamma buy and Nadia Yen and Yapa said, and now what the box side in the box side made by him, mamma. So one yet family and friends at the Padiano. Now you buy and I Ghana, I could follow president, I would even answer. I dream passionate president, or Jay, who see a more running young cow. One in the back, I do my Baumia, or two for PSC. I see a this both side, you know. I get point papa every year, you know. Well, once in a while, into a buyer. Dubious me to do a better show. Time for Father Banner, one more.
Niba maybe
I don't know. Not I need, and I did my one of us. But to me, I can't crack a crabby. Okay. I need, and my way idea. So, would you condemn what's idea? None said, we said, oh, yeah, or man, papa. Well, President Madam, I say, I didn't worry, papa. So, want to be such as one as mamma, matter, and I'm back of power to red room, so I move. Your fellow used to sue. National
I see you see a thinking cap and running in the hall.
I know, I also felt a thinking cap when I said, I want to chill and tell the background Dramani Mama said. Well, maybe the papa, their name on what the chaos and what you have on my gun. And you want to me and what touch because of my year, I did what in a year to what you have on lunch, pampas, a pad, and
that's the ever we see no vision baby. Hello, Yenti Uncle, Anna was we.
Hello, man.
Yeah, I think we
good morning. I think we
in Chaskala.
By the media, now we know I'm the comedy football in America.
What do you need to
and now by us and him, a friend say, Kevin Prince Boateng.
I know you're
or maybe a 2014. Now, better me catch in your number, any in your number. Ghana ko bola omo di ma kuma nyina ma Ghana no se omo ye ko bola omo nhwe bi kwa mo mfo ma kuma ma Ghana because empanyimfo no omo di animu no empese Ghana football no bekoso. The reason is 2014 emra ye ni jama boy no
2-2 no
yankwani tima jama ntimi ahye jama je cap no
correct
ye kwa ko ball sate ye ni your friend say Portugal kwakubo ye nyina la e dia kuma say Portugal ye be hye wo mo hwɛ sɛ wɔn wɔ camp na mpanyinfoɔ no atwerɛ letter kɔma Kevin Prince Boateng ɛne Sule Muntari sɛ wɔn walk out in free wɔn camp wɔn free hotel wɔ koraa within 15 minutes because of wɔn akɔ challenge wɔn wɔ sika nti yɛn si gyina ne yɛsɛ de akoma ɛma wɔn sɛ yɛbɛtumi ahyɛ wɔn na yɛakɔ because German yɛtumi ne even no na yɛfrɛ no sɛ Bret UK ha sɛ Galile kamo ɛte hɔ ɛka sɛ ball na ɛne German boy no that ball should be finance because ball I boy no first ball I boy nyina de German de cap no yɛ gyina ha ɛde akoma ama Ghana sɛ Ghana yɛbɛsɛ yɛ na so sɛ mpanyinfoɔ no apam Sule Muntari apam Prince Boateng sɛ ɔmo free camp because no akɔ challenge ɔmo sika and this ball no ɔmo kɔ akɔba mpanyinfoɔ no ɔmo sika na ɔmo bɛtinti ɛna ɔmo kɔ na nyɛ football na yɛkɔ akɔbɔ no yeah eti yɛn nua no ma no mesrɛ mo yɛ bɔ ball a mo mfoma koma mo wɔ bi yɛn nua ba bi akɔ akɔwu kwa no mpanyinfoɔ no fɔm akoma ɔmo sika ɔmo kɔ akɔdie hwɛ sɛ obi kɔtɔ kube $5 $5 ɛwɔ kube baako Ghana ase kura Ghana kura enu 1 cedi ɛni enti mesrɛ mo sɛ yɛ kɔbɔ ball a mo ni akyire kɛkɛ ma mo mfoma koma ma Ghana bi sɛ mpanyinfoɔ no mpɛ sɛ Ghana football no be ye me dasi.
Adingo dia no. Kala yentio. Just Kala. I'm say Kala ko. Okay. Yentie Nini, let's hear you. Yeah.
I tell the MPP they have to rest calm. They should rest calm. It's not très fâché. C'est pas the reason why they are angry. To comprends pas. We are delivering. Look, a brother will always come. NDC is not a party. Okay, we accept it. NDC is not a party, but we are delivering. A+ doesn't belong to any party. He's delivering. So we are delivering, whether you like it or not. Look, he said your mama cannot come to Tetem. And then, look, if Ghanaian says your mama should come, your mama will say no, we don't want to, but we'll force him to come. That's it. So it shouldn't worry himself with those things at all. But if your mama say he want to come, he can come because of his good works. Yeah. Valentine, I want Tete in Ghana to know that he needs to be corrected. Parliament have never invite Sami Jenfi to come. The individuals like I don't know, some of these individuals who are in the parliament said Sami Jenfi should come to parliament, but parliament has officially not invited Sami Jenfi. Tete, if you are listening to me, I don't know if you are going. Call your gun, tell me information. Papa do about radio. No, Kamale, Ufane.
To the best of my knowledge, are you afraid that Sami Jenfi has something to hide? Why is it? Because if you are in opposition, you will say all these things. Ubisumra Parliament. So I think that it is the custom that he will go and render account to the Parliament. And I guess
of course. Of course, yes. But the Parliament have to invite him. Not Sami.
And they are saying that your people don't want Sami Jenfi to come. That's what he said.
Oh, how come?
That's what he said. You heard him. You heard what he said. He said that you guys are shielding Sami Jenfi. I don't want him to come.
Come on.
No, that's what he said.
We haven't shielded.
Okay. So you are a spokesman, so you.
The Parliament have to invite him officially.
Okay. What happened to this Azuma? Mines, because yesterday I saw some report, and this is from Joy News near there, but there's rebuttals. What is happening? Is it are they taking it back, or they got the Australians? And in Australia we have a problem with them now. So what is happening? Tell us.
The issue is that you see they're trying to relate something to what has happened in Australia. It doesn't come out officially, but there are some people who want by all means that particular mind to go away from that man. But we should know that if we are able to bring Ghanaians on board, our country, our areas, our rural areas will be more developed. Okay. You understand? So let us keep our fingers crossed and wait for the reality. Yeah, okay. This one it look as if it's not real. Valentine. Yeah. The Women's Bank is on the way. Before the end of the year, the Women's Bank is coming. All the women who need money to do their business, they can go in for loan at a reasonable,
Now,
interest, very small
where is Men's Bank? Men's Bank to come on.
Oh, the women are
Men too need some bank.
No, Valentine. Women are the women
because there's a trajectory that a woman money that she was supposed to give to the women at Mokola and all those people that said the money was squandered, and now you guys want to set up another bank. Don't you think it is going to be like a storm in a teacup or like a white elephant thing that you are talking about?
Valentine, that is why it has. Look, we came almost 1 year, 7 months. It was in our method. That is why it has taken time for us to do it properly. We don't want to do something shabby. We want to do it properly.
All
if we do it when it starts, it's going to continue effectively. You understand what it means? So women, keep your fingers crossed. Tell Obaya and Datima, they can also go to Ghana and take small loan to do their watching and jollof business.
All right.
And Valentine, but every day, if I come on there, I'll ask a question. I want to ask NPP: is Kumasi Airport an international airport? Has it become international airport?
Lee is here, so I'll ask him. Let me ask
him. Ask Lee, has Kumasi Airport become an international airport? If not, I'll explain if they've not been able to answer, Monday when I come, I'll explain to them the reason why Kumasi Airport cannot be. But I want to know. Because they said it's international airport. We want to know.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Lee, you last call on
Yo, Valentine, Michia, Madam Ella, Enna, Yenyanum, MPP for Ghana for Muti. Question also for dividend and Bisano. And so by the Yano. Now, also for dividend, so my sending information need be Aquaman on the WhatsApp. Because Sika MPP for Yadimayan, a move 200 million, then no buy I can. Echo to force in Holland. A Juma no way or one to us. Because at force in not to Holland, you be no suspend inflation never cost low. It's no on your day, on spend it, on 30 kb and year. As a way one, because of inflation, it's in Nippon. And never forever you know say Obiantu store moon quantity. Do you know amount of money we're going to lose today? When it comes to business? Do you know amount of money we're going to lose? We're going to lose about $80 million today. Because I want to ask you, why one casa Greek minister as a more kind and go on kitchen where Kumunari. This is a clear indication of causing financial loss to the state. Okay. He has a case to answer. Because Saturday we more ye catch level. But we had the vision to hold because Bawumia vision was 10 years ahead, people who could not understand him. Bawumia said, if you put 1,000 interchanges over here and put Ghana card here, I will take Ghana card. Come and see. As a Pharisee for no material, I say, but you've forgotten yourself, who said, if you want to build this interchange there, you will need people's taxes. The tax is also no, Ghana card number, no, and only will tax number. Then you did the tax. And then just I can't bank on what I'm proposing. Ghana card declare so. Be our Ghana and Ghana card is ahead of your own passport because the Nala money I didn't go to the passport needing. And I didn't say a person. A idea. Or maybe open your data. It's just idea with so. Look, you name data, but the person who came to enforce it and enhance it was talk about me. Or can be you speak to the data, so not every volunteer here. I said Nicodemus or call Jesus all. Or since you have to go on again and say, let me go now. Me san question me mami yam na me ready a year. My God will send me see you. Okay. I want to ask you. Into no 170 year ka. Na me can you say you kwa me ask you say waje 600 million Ghana cedis every one more movie a Ghana sika no. One more the RT a trigger ava. bring those people their names, sir. They seen Yantere. The last issue here, Domama ni third year person
quickly.
Well, I don't think I'm Chief Justice way by you. The main job they want him to do is to grant him this third term. Now, it is going to be NDC against NDC because what you want to know, young Kwana, I'm not practical kind. Otherwise, any past 6 years. People almost on person with the idea. Woman want presidential material. We do be. And I'm not sure because all know what here. Obieni ho. Only when you for Obieni ho. And then they court trial law no Article 66 clause 2. Near only a body assembly court. No NDC in it. Oh yeah. Your friend can you Alhassan. Yeah. I'm not assembly court.
All right, but tell me who said can Quantisha Fali counter claim.
Well.
Also, because Kankwanchi has litigated this matter before. That was when MPP was in power.
Yeah.
And then he said, the president, after the demise of John Ivasata Mills, he succeeded for 6 months. And he sworn in the oath.
As the president.
Exactly. Yeah. So for that threshold now, a buy, and no amount to the 4 years now will be nyayen kanwa 2 terms so be kaya and was a benya we into Kankwanchi have that litigation at stake that anyway so banner or no because that time the Kaipa MPP now also know this litigation and you know some Falikanta clip say you want that clarity any declaration the reliefs about 3 reliefs being osiki from the court. Say, 1, Nipan Wakodada, when ya sa opportunity, when you and also baby, and also a person called third term. Into then a warranty that third term. The Supreme Court should bring that interpretation. Now, there's a counterclaim on that one, apart from the suit the young man filed. It is unanswered. Let's wait for the Supreme Court.
Almost say, law said you have to get 2 terms. But almost say, there was a gap.
Yeah. One more gap. It wasn't concurrent.
Yes. It's supposed to be consistent so that you continue, continuous aid. And if there was a gap there, then it means the president has the right.
So they are going to. So in the nutshell, they are going to test the law.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bafuboni cannot twist the matter because the point is, who was himself okay? It wasn't stated. Say Gab Wumuswa Nipano Sanko. That is the lacuna. That is the lacuna in the law. And also people to make you arbitration court. It's easy, sir.
And the captain is Kumasi Airport.
I also say international airport.
International airport. Yes. International airport. Like I did to one of my international airport. The truck.
And as the Bali is the last call I ain't theory uncle.
Hello, good evening. Good morning, Odbala.
Bring point you now. I'm going to your time now.
What your time? Could you make me now, Valentine. And open now who tries to play devil's advocate as a journalist. We are right to do that. Now we defend this. Digital Maclo.
I am trying to do okay. I may report to. Be until be.
Yeah, but
I know your devil's advocate. I know yeah. On new opinion or be share na me kind.
Yeah, me
maybe the dissemination of information. It was not the devil's advocate.
Okay, yeah, patch me.
Okay.
Many of for me too for kakra. Me na naka chem say ukona se ye din komo. Na nkomo no wan unnim titiase ba bia nkomo ne start ya. Ken ansa no waka bia na se men kan bi kura. Wo se wan tie edugita makro. Na ade na wo be condemn Kwame Pekam. Now, you analyze Edugita Makro asema obeka ye. You bisa a simple question say. Asem say ni ediko court na etisen. Share the examples are odemaye. Odi kai can say President Mama akoka of Singapore say mabim fine.
That's right.
But no ketwa to no. No ketwa on the side by no emo hu e pa o mabonu sumasi. Or say US na no ada no. Say the word na dynamic.
Yeah.
Na no other US mpono. Omo akosisa omo mra. But if you say US almost affirm Rana no hodadano. Almost introduce new thing. It was an affirmation.
That's right.
Rana hodadano.
That's right.
And the dynamics now all can no parts lesson. Or parts say anything okay you say anything can happen. Na nia sign yesterday Quran say who say I had no on Kwame Kwame Kese no omo ye interview no dan masio
okay
and na omo de ebre na Kwame Kese echo to US former president the me feel din
I do not take with you no
every cast
they are not so to you no
aha every cast them say I chire no osan sesa na adwen osan wie no si oh okoye MC ma President Mama baby ni nua bi na sa papa ne say also munim no na sa papa ne say President Mama ompel be sign the number oh a preparation of our mind a dear omako bokono ase dem na we na ye ma omati ase say ye nya nkwala ya dwen na se nkuto se ebinumu a Kwame Nkrumah tikese ono na dwen da ye beka we kire no a na oil ne ososo so no ni a omo kan na ne yehu na ne tete mu no se ne me ni Kwame terms kai no e ma so tira na de bia Kwame terms kai assembly na me say empa ya dwen e ma
so 1 minute per time na so me pa
and this you know omo na political party o
and ni be yi ano
omo ye ekuo bi a group of gangsters bi and na omo ba Ghana and omo be lutu oh ma for the time as well
yeah that's papa thank you very much
anya kwalebu nkwa na ye ye bi Convanoche